paper, cause okay.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it. When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear nobody say shit. When you see me on the corner, bitch, mind your business.
Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you.
This too is false.
Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
Well,
Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
You're goddamn right.
Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
Thanks for the tip.
Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see? It was a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pee. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
acknowledge me.
Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you.
In your house.
Where you fleeing to?
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Mic check. T. Orlando said, someone got to stop these sack chasing 304s.
Goddamn right.
Let me see the salute emoji in the chat to make sure you guys can in fact hear me. Let me see the salute emoji in the chat to make sure you guys can in fact hear me. Theodore Cooper, standing by.
Oh my!
I ain't got nowhere to be. So T. Orlando, Atlanta's in the building. Do better roll call. G-Rap, I see you. 80 Blackman, I see you. MK1980, I see you. Mr. Williams, I see you. Ajaya, I see you. Tanya, I see you. Tanya, what you got?
Top of the morning, governor. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
First man, I see you. Aaron Laura, I see you. Let's see, Big Odie, I see you. Jay Walker, I see you, Jay Walker. I love you, squad. Salute to the homie OB in the building. Where's my thing at? Yes, DeMarco, I see you. Poolman 313, I see you. Marlon Moore, I see you. Thomas Dawson, I see you. Honey Bae.
What it do, baby?
Let's see, Vanessa Paramore.
What it do, baby?
The lovely, lovely squadettes. Day One Sheila, I see you. Let's see, Tubbs, I see you. DP Divine Photos in the goddamn building. Big Natty, I see you. Mike Merrick, I see you. Prince Bud, I see you. Carmageddon, oh my, there's so many squadettes.
What it do, baby?
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Hold my fucking hand.
I want everybody to hold my hand. Hold my damn hand. Let's see. Mona D, I see you. Who else am I missing? Alexander X, I see you. The homie G Honda. G Honda, I see you. Let's see. Mosquito Valentine says, good morning. Tell the mods, Mosquito. Devontae Thompson says, what's poppin', Coop? Devontae, just trying to get by, man. Day by day. YouTube was fighting with your boy a little bit this morning, but that's okay. We're not going to let that stop the show, man. Appreciate it. Do Better Squadron. Fall in.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
And this is a reminder, ladies. Time's getting rough out here. Time's getting rough out here. I'm just saying, man. You need to check it too. You might need a couple dollars. Let Coop know,
I
man.
pay for the plus, okay. I pay for the plus, okay. I pay for the plus, okay.
G Reed, I do not want you to hold my hand. That was meant for the ladies only.
Access denied.
That was meant for the ladies only, G Reed. I thought that was self-explanatory. Keep your hands. You can keep your hands to yourself. The squadettes. I'm here for it. I'm here for
Lord
it.
have mercy, I'm about to bust.
I need to see. G Reed, leave me alone. I need to see locations in the chat. Locations in the chat. Where you're watching me from, your boy Theo, broadcasting live from Detroit. It is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Not too bad. Not a bad way to start off the show. I'll pay for the pussy. Okay. That drop is so stupid. Let me see the locations in the chat. Let's go. Where y'all watching me from, man? Put it in the chat. Let's go. We made it to Wednesday. Praise Godzilla, I guess. We here, right? Let's go. I need to see locations in the chat. Locations in the chat. Yeah. Don't hold my hand, fellas.
Access denied.
I rocks with y'all, not like that. Let's see. Where y'all at? We got Sacramento in the building. Will you pay for the, but what the hell?
Access denied.
Honey, man, you asking to get time out. What is wrong with you?
Bang! It's good!
Them fighting words, honey, babe. Let's see. San Diego in the building. Let's see. That's the problem. Just need to stop holding hands with these sachets. Shut up, T. Orlando. Let's see. We got Brooklyn in the house. We got Savannah, Georgia. We got Chicago in the building.
Thanks for the tip.
I see you, PL. Aaron Laura says Toronto, Canada.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here.
Jesus, No, fuck that. I'm mad.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
I'm cutting the intro. I don't want to carry on. Goddamn Honey Bae on some goddamn pussy. What the
Hey,
hell?
yo, what the fuck?
Time out, Honey Bae. You gotta get up. Honey Bae, you gotta pay for that shit, Honey Bae. I rocks with Honey Baby. Go sit your ass in the corner. You see that bullshit? Fuck that. I gotta cut my intro short. I'm sorry. I don't need no locations now. Let's get to the show, okay? You son of a bitch. Mons, time out, Honey Bae. I don't even see her name in the chat no more. Honey Bae. How I found it, Honey Bae. You crossed the goddamn line. You crossed the line. Let's get to it, man. Hit the like button. I need to do something back here. You crossed the goddamn line, Honey Bae.
You son of a bitch. You piece of shit. You fucking goddamn fucker. Listen, fuckhead. You have fucking crossed the line. Get that through your goddamn fucking head. Stop pushing your shit.
I don't play that clip enough. Get out of here, honey, babe.
Bang! It's good.
The goddamn disrespect. No thank you.
Access denied.
That's funny though. The goddamn disrespect. Oh man, I'm sorry. I miss locations in the chat. I'm trying to do a roll call. That shit threw me off. Get out of here, honey, babe. Oh, what was I doing before that shit happened? Tubbs says Norman, Oklahoma. Salute to you, man. Dorchester in the building. Salute to Nurse Dara. She says Los Angeles, California. This is some bullshit. I could have stayed in bed if I could have stayed in the goddamn bed for this shit. What? What? How dare you? Huh? Woosah, Coop. Let it go. We're gonna move on. Jesus. the disrespect, bro. Salute to Black Savage. I see you. First Man Gaming. I see you. Ronis E. I see you. Jay Gray. I see you. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. I'm gonna let it go. We're gonna move on, people. That was kind of funny though, you motherfucker. All right. Let me acknowledge the super chats of the good people. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me. Let me see.
Thanks for the tip.
Let me grab the super chats real quick and we get right to it. What's the G Honda? Let's see. G Honda with the $5 super chat. What you got, G Honda? Coop, the only reason she is suing is because she got put out on Mother's Day and didn't like the song Comfortable that was on the Carter. Paid for the pussy. Okay, man, bro. Yeah, that shit's just stupid, bro. And she had a girlfriend, talking about getting a lawyer or some shit. So not every dude. Karma Girl says Honey Bae derailed the show. She did,
Thanks for the tip.
I don't like when my show gets derailed unless it's funny. That was funny. I just didn't like it. It was a little bit too much disrespect in that.
Access denied.
Little bit too much disrespect in that comment. It was funny though. Let's see. But yeah, Gianna, nowadays, man, you're gonna need to get a lawyer when you break up with your girlfriend. Like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
bitch, we ain't got no kids together. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Gianna. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Salute to from Downtown 296, who is now our show sponsor.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
80 says she'll pay for the bussy, no way. Salute to you from Downtown. I missed Monday due to jury duty. That's a fact, bro. I was looking for you Monday. I missed Monday due to jury duty. I actually got picked to be on this coming Friday. You know, I ain't going because I'm not missing Fluza Friday. So come next week, I may or might not have a warrant for my name. That's what I'm talking about. Salute to me from Downtown 296. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. Then speaking of Friday, I'm glad you reminded me. We might end up streaming early on Friday. Juice Worth the Squeeze, I see you. Starlet Chambers, I see you. We might end up streaming earlier on Friday because my ex-wife's oldest son has to go to the dentist, so I might end up streaming early on Friday. Thank you for the reminder. That's a possibility. It's not written in stone, but I definitely let you guys know. And if you guys want to be like the homie from Downtown 296, who's always supporting the show, go ahead. I ain't mad at you, man. But one stipulation: don't be asking no goddamn questions. Why is he straps not working all of a sudden? This is bullshit.
Don't ask. I said, don't ask. I said,
one more time.
don't ask. No questions. Don't ask.
God damn it.
Why come the pastor have to have him a nice house? Why come pastor got to have a nice car? Don't ask. I said, don't ask. I said, don't ask. No questions. Just give the money.
Oh, man. Starting off this show on a bad foot. On a bad note. Let's see. Susie from Downtown, you are our show sponsor. Give me 1 second, I'll get you updated. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, jury duty. Yeah. I just always throw them things away, man. And I always throw those things away from downtown and hope it never comes back to bite me. It's yet to come back to bite me. But that's how Theo Coop does jury duty. I look at it, throw it in the mail, keep it moving. That's one of those, I think, is it an advantage? I'll say one of the rare advantages of living in Detroit is that the city has much bigger fish to fry than dudes not going to jury duty, because that don't be my black ass. Let's see.
Thanks for the tip.
King Nug says, Coop, I got 5K. Can I get a nice house in Detroit? Not a nice one, but you can get one. Salute to Brooklyn Autism Mommy with the $2 super chat. She says, Grand Rising Squad. Thank you so much, Brooklyn Autism Mommy. Salute to you. Thank you so much. Let's see.
Thanks for the
Super
tip.
Chat, Harvey, 5 minutes in, it's already toxic in here. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's not how I intended the show to start. Salute to you, Chad. Be like that from time to time. Salute from downtown. Back in that Super Chat. Hit the like button, people. Get the likes up. Let's see. Like the YouTube people say, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm Do Better Dedicated. That is a fact.
Goddamn right.
Salute to you from downtown. Our show sponsor. Salute to Allure. What you got, Allure?
What it do, baby?
There we go. Good morning. How are you feeling today, Coop? 6 hours today? Hey, I don't know about 6 hours.
Access denied.
I was feeling all right, too. I had accusations of buying bussy. That just came out the chat a few minutes ago. I was all right. That got me a little rattled. But I'm feeling great. I hope you are doing as well. Allure, 6 hour stream. I cannot do it. I gotta start making some content as soon as the show over. But I'll be here a good 3 or 4, though. I'll be here a good 3 or 4. A good 3 or 4. 3 or 4, not 304. Salute to you, Allure. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Let's get right to the nonsense. Right to the nonsense. We got a quick dash cam just to get the blood flowing. Let's see. I don't even know where this one is at. I watched this one. I don't really know what's going on. All I know, not only say she old, but this lady got arrested and she was talking a bunch of shit. Let's go.
On December 27th, 2024, officers were called after an altercation that happened between a family over a disagreement. When the mother didn't like the response, the police gave to her after they arrived.
Thanks for the tip.
You wouldn't believe what happened next.
Let's see. Marlon Moore says, Coop Taze Honey Bay. I would. But Honey Bay's a pervert. Honey Bay might like getting tased.
Oh my! I'm not gonna. Wait, I don't give a you do. Now do it. Hey, she needs. Get that bitch. Get that bitch. Get that bitch. Get that bitch. Get that bitch.
We're waiting on the ambulance. Drag her down the steps, but I don't want her to get hurt.
And I have no idea. Is that? Oh shit! I was about to say I have no idea where this is, but I think that says Peoria. I think that says Peoria on his bag, on his sleeve. I believe we in Illinois with it. I believe. I could be wrong.
You want to make this shit way? No, fuck you. Kick that ass cock. Kick that ass cock.
You know, right? How about this? How about this? Right leg, left arm.
Do it, man. Do it. And I'm going to kick you.
Right.
Grab that arm. Get those legs. Hold on.
Don't let my mama fall. You know, record. Mom, just.
All right. We don't want her to fall.
Do it. Record me. That's for my video. Record me. The mother bitch, because I ride for my.
All right. Let's put her down on the lawn so the ambulance can put her in the damn thing.
That's fine. Yeah, right. Do it, bitch.
All right. You just
you sent me this?
Right.
I couldn't remember. Thank you, Marlon Moore. He says, I sent this to you. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember who sent it.
You keep rolling around.
Eat my pussy. Now, how about that? Huh? How about that?
Stay down. Sit on the ground.
Don't grab me.
Sit on the ground.
Hey, don't grab me.
Don't try to fight.
You little Jimmy Neutron asshole. What you talking about, bitch? Now do it.
That's like the 5th time I've heard
Yeah,
this.
bitch, it is. Ha. You ugly ass short bitch.
Yeah. Let her be in her.
Yeah, let me go, bitch. Let me go, bitch.
You on
Let me go,
medication?
bitch.
No,
Yeah,
stand,
I'll
just like
pop
that.
perks, bitch.
Yeah, just like that.
I'll pop perks, bitch. I'll pop perks, bitch.
We're just waiting on an ambulance. She was fainting? Or she was...
Y'all perks, bitch. I'm telling you, ass niggas that can't solve. Them niggas that bringing the switches in from Atlanta. And I know all about it. Big ass niggas. Big ass. They bringing them switches from Atlanta. That's why it was 5 shots yesterday, still in cars. Got shot in his leg.
Kind of like somersaulted and...
Yeah, bitch. Somersault in my ass, bitch. Somersault your small ass, bitch. Somersault that little Jimmy Neutron ass, bitch. That your wife ain't satisfied with, bitch, because you can't say.
Thanks for the tip.
The goofy let me go.
No, she's gonna stay just like this.
Right no, bitch, you ain't gonna tell me where I'm gonna stay.
You're gonna stay just like this. Are you gonna sit on your bottom and act like an adult?
Shut the f up.
Then you just like that.
I ain't no adult.
You're not an adult, obviously.
No, bitch, I'm not. Yeah, bitch, you. I suck dick. That's a horrible example. Your little ass ain't gonna do it.
I beg your pardon?
King Nug says black people don't care. We gonna roast you. That's a fact.
But you're just claiming you're a minor. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for
right.
the
So
tip.
tell him to suck a dick. Tell him suck a dick. I mean one. I mean it. These bitches, record these.
Everything's recorded by
Yeah,
camera.
yeah, bitch. Do it, bitch. Ah. Sarissa record it. Ah. Do it, bitch. Do it. How the f you call somebody on somebody
Thanks for the
else to
tip.
come arrest you? Suck a dick, bitch. Yes. Huh? Right. I swear to God, the next nigga that want to do a sale on the switch, I swear to God, I'm going to tell him. Go the police and they shit.
Right hand, so
He ain't doing shit. He ain't even a factor no more.
yeah, that's what he says. So
Yeah, he did. So don't even worry about him. Just take his mom. I'm the problem, bitch. I'm the problem, bitch. I'm the problem. Yo, you.
right now you.
Your bitch ass.
What
Your
is
bitch
wrong
has
with you?
no bitch go code to her. I'm an RN, bitch.
You're an RN?
Yes, bitch.
You lost your job.
No, I didn't, bitch, because I don't live here. I don't live here. You don't know where I live, you bitch.
Yeah, I looked up a report.
Bitch, then where, bitch? Where? Atlanta?
It looks like you had a warrant for your guys' house for a while.
Yeah, bitch. Right. All the drugs
Thanks for the
in that
tip.
bitch. You know it.
Like an ag discharge.
Yup. So, bitch, did you get it, you bitch?
Let me grab some of the super chats. Mike, you caught that? Mike Mary says she's telling. I caught that too. Mike. She low-key trying to snitch. Low-key. Let's see. Salute to MK1980. He says, this is a Wiggles podcast, lady. Don't check. Don't come back. That is a fact.
Goddamn right.
Thank you, MK1980, for the reminder. The Do Better podcast is a weed-free zone, ladies. Take off them wigs and weaves, get right with Jesus, and come back. Don't be in here rocking your wigs and stuff. We don't do that here. Thank you so much, MK1980. Susan from downtown, back with the super chat. She called the cop Jimmy Neutron. Yeah, it was funny, bro. He said it. He's like, that's the 5th time somebody's called me that.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
He said it's the 5th time. That means he must look like Jimmy Neutron. Salute to you, bro. This is Jay Gray. Peoria, small as fuck. I stayed in them shits for 2 years. Yeah, bro. This is weird, man. I don't know. She a mama, too. I don't know what she on. That's when they asked her, like, are you on something? Are you on drugs? Or maybe this is just her daily disposition, Jay. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Devontae with the $10 super chat. What you got, bro? What you got, man?
Great cash, homie.
Let's see. Hey, Coop, will there be a Dash Cam award, and could you add a couple of categories? Burrito Bar of the Year, Best Haze, and the fastest racist train arrival. That's a good one, bro. Devontae, that's actually a really good idea. What I did previously, I did like the Do Better Awards for 23, but I was like, that is way too much work.
Access denied.
Way too much work. But we could do like a Dash Cam award, something like that. Yeah, we could do that, man. Let's see. Categories: burrito of the year, best taste, fastest racist train. Bro, we can do that. We can do that, man. That's a good idea, man. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, man, we can do that. I'd rather do that than like a compilation of like all the shows we do in the year. It's a whole lot of work. Salute to you, Devontae. We can do that. Appreciate you, bro. Kucho says, bitch look like Crunchy Black. I see that. I see what you're doing there. Let's get back to it.
Did you get the warrant?
It was a past warrant.
Right, you bitch. Who is it for? Who is it for, you sucking ass? That's why your wife and I suck your dick right.
What?
Yes, or your daughter. The daughter and I suck your dick right.
That's weird.
Yeah, all these motherfuckers weird that work at the school, all the white motherfuckers, but y'all ain't.
Oh, you're racist now.
Yeah, bitch, I am. So you suck a dick. You suck a dick. Ah!
Did you fight us because we're white?
Yeah, I fought y'all bitch because y'all ugly and white. Ugly and white. Okay, so add the charge. Add the charge. Oh, you bitch come to pick me up. You better pick me up right, ho. So record.
I'll pick you up, right?
Yeah, you right.
not want you to get hurt.
Might throw my
Stand
back.
your big ass up.
Don't be very nice.
Get your big ass up. Give me up.
So
Give me up, bitch. You see how long my hair is?
pick a leg. You know, I don't want you to get hurt. 1, 2, 3.
You big ass. Wait.
What are you doing? Get on your back.
She's gonna roll off to get she's
You're gonna get tased on her.
Okay.
She said, you see how long my hair is when I'm weaved up? And she said, you gonna pick me up. I don't know if y'all heard what the cop said. The cop said, shit, I might throw my back out.
Taste. I want to see how.
Do not tase me.
That's fine.
Do it. Tase me. Joe Jimmy Neutron.
If she starts kicking, you get a taser.
I'm not kicking, but your racist ass tase me. I'm not kicking.
Those probes ready.
I'm not kicking. I'm not kicking. Tase me, you racist ass. That's that booty in their ass.
Hold her at the
You
waist.
booty. Right. Fold your wife at the waist. Stop being rough with me. You bitch.
Do her job.
You bitch. Ass. You Jimmy Neutron. Right. You sucking it. You right. You doing it tighter.
So I'm gonna grab this wrist.
Do it. I didn't let you go.
I get a better angle.
Do it. Right. I didn't let you go. I didn't let you go. Why you doing it tighter?
Move around.
That one's gonna go to me.
That's fine.
Do not tase me.
Switch.
Wait, why are you going so rough, you? I can comply.
Alright.
Now you're gonna comply?
No, I want to suck your.
Please.
Scoot over.
Jimmy Neutron, wife. Don't scoot me over. Scoot your wife over. Bitch. That's why she cheating on your hoe. That's why your bitch smack.
You got.
And suck a dick. Record this bitch and suck a dick. Oh, don't grab my leg, you cop down there. Oh, I'm stronger than the exorcist. Oh, you wait, why is this so tight? Loosen this.
Huh? Doing like this so she
Loosen this one.
She got everybody out there.
I've been down. What the f am I gonna do, you?
Welcome to Death Row.
Which hospital would you want to go to? She's
Yo,
not a
mom.
Methodist. She's not a
I want to go to your mom. I don't want to go to Methodist. Them a Illuminati ass, Pope ass, in the booty ass doctors. You know the Pope be in them little ass boys. You know the Pope them little ass boys.
I got daughters, man.
This chick is weird, and the random screaming is funny, bro.
Yeah, like.
Joe took a dive.
Streets! I'm a bitch from the streets!
Fight me!
Thanks for the tip.
Hold up. Hold up.
I beg your pardon.
What was that? When she got right before she got the ambulance. Watch this high note she hits.
Did you guys hear code 1? No. Okay. We asked code 1, so they didn't tell you, they didn't tell you.
One time y'all don't grab lights and sirens?
It would have been really nice. But they didn't tell you guys it's not your fault. So what's she going on?
She was charged with resisting arrest and battery. Do you think she might need anger management classes after this shocking and uneasy arrest that this woman put these officers through? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Project Lee said she ain't got no job. Bro, man, she said in the clip that she was a registered nurse. This is somebody's nurse, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Which of course could be bullshit, but yeah, man, that lady, I still don't know what the issue was. She was apparently just wilding out. So let's move on to the next clip. Let's see here. I don't know, man. What you got, OB? Her and the CVS guy gonna make a nice duet. That's funny, bro.
You can say it for real. Oh, shit.
Oh man, I said this before, and I said this before, but I say it again. When I found that clip of that dude singing, I saw the best comment underneath. It said he sang at his own funeral. That's great. Let's move on. He just knocked out CVS, Rite Aid, whatever your local pharmacy is called. He passed right out, right in front of the Robitussin. That's hilarious. Think about who's like the stock boy or whoever. Like, man, get this nigga up off the floor, man. All right, let's move on to the next clip. Forgive me, I'm just being silly. Let's see what we have here. Salute to Pink Book Lessons. King Nug says, I can fix it. Don't do it, King Nug. Don't even waste your time, sir. Let's see. He can sing for real. Oh, shit. Nah, just passes out. Oh, man. I just want to get a pack of Q-tips. I got to step over this nigga. Excuse me, this ninja. Salute to Cujo. I got this one already. Let's see. Salute to Don Jeter, the big joker, channel member for 24 months. That's 2 years, people. What you got, Don Jeter? He says, good morning, Theo and squad. Happy Wednesday. Salute to you, Don Jeter. Don Jeter rocking with the squad for 2 years, people. Salute to you, man. That's dope. I didn't know you've been around that long, Don. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Jay Gray. If she could start twerking, she'd start twerking in cuffs. That's a fact, Jay. You already know you already know, man. While singing terrible God. I don't know what she was singing, bro, but it was awful. Salute to you, Jay Gray. Let's move on to the next clip. Let's see. G-Rap says, Ninja passed out in front of the holiday cars. That's a fact. Tom Etheridge, I see you. Let's see. All right, we got Pink Book Lessons. I thought this one was pretty good. They're talking about, so the Pink Book Lessons is one of my favorite content creators. She's talking about the internet. A lot of people going off, apparently, as Donald Trump's plan to cut Section 8 by 33 billion. I thought this was a pretty good video. Hit the goddamn like button.
Come on, you motherfucker.
The likes are horrible. Pooh Man says we're short on over 90 likes behind, man. Come on, y'all. Hit the like button for your boy Coop. I don't ask for much.
Come on, you motherfucker. Ah, shit. God damn it. Same shit, different day.
Every day, hit the like button, man. All right, let's get to it. Pink Book Lessons. Internet melts down over Trump's plan to cut Section 8 by 33 billion. Let's go.
HPD just announced that vacant affordable apartments are now going to be filled on a first come, first served basis. Okay, so what does that mean? All my voucher holders, you guys been saying, oh, Housing Connect, oh, I can't get. Well, guess what? You no longer have to go through Housing Connect to apply to those affordable apartments. This is only a limited time from May 1st, right now. So if you're watching this video right now till April 2026, you have the opportunity to type that button fast and click that link.
Y'all tried to go look into Section 8 out here in California. That woman told me that it may not be back open to 2027. And then the other housing program, you got a 5 to 10 year wait. Okay.
And look, I once used to live here with a Section 8 voucher. And that's just some of it, okay? They have a resort-style pool as well as a gazebo, a tennis court, and a kids' playground with a lot of trails and basketball courts. And yes, I had Section 8. Now, I don't have it now, and I kind of wish I still did, but I don't want nobody telling me how much money I can make. But the reason why I'm doing this video is to encourage and inspire someone. Just because you got a Section 8 voucher does not mean you have to live in the slums, in the hood. Okay, you can take your voucher and live in a neighborhood just like this with your kids. I had 6 kids at the time, guys. Come with me.
You literally could go get a job and actually afford unsubsidized rent, not being subsidized by the taxpayer. You could go do that. You are literally choosing not to because you want to build your business. Why the are you allowed to leech off the taxpayer?
I'm not leeching off of anybody.
Yes,
and
you
I
are.
have tried.
Tried what?
My last job, I had a really bad situation.
Tell.
Where I was interviewing men in particular, and every time I got on the screen with them, they got their little willies out and started whacking him.
Huh? What?
I'm not gonna have you translate that one.
I don't even know what that means.
What's our plan? Putting 30 hours a week into education that we can't define or explain?
There is a plan.
Okay. Now it sounds like a presidential debate.
I'm trying.
What's your try?
I have plans on finding a job.
Well, if Trump have his way, the Section 8 abuse is about to stop next year. Donald Trump is proposing a plan to cut the federal HUD 2026 budget by over 40%. Over $26 billion will be eliminated from housing voucher assistance. The plan would transfer the creation and administration of housing programs to the states. It would also put restrictions on able-bodied adults, limiting housing assistance to only 2 years for people who fall in that category. So no more of your mama living on HUD for 40 years, then transferring her HUD status to all her daughters, who then repeat the cycle living on HUD for another 30 years. Nah, if Trump had his way, that will cap assistance down to 2 years. Now, here's the thing. Trump's proposal is his proposal and won't be the final decision. It's going to be up to Congress to go along with Trump's plan for it to be implemented. But the plan will jeopardize housing for millions, mostly in single-family households led by women. The elderly, disabled, and veterans will have protection, but if you have 2 legs and 2 hands and you're working age, you might be forced to put them to work. And you already know the internet is having a complete meltdown.
Sisters, because I'm in between jobs like crazy. I've been paying market rent all my life before anybody say, yeah, she just saying that because she on public housing assistance and she just doing that because she trying to milk the system for life. No, my goal was not to milk the system for life, but it did help me temporary because I will be moving. Let me put this on here. I will be moving back out and back into market rent apartments, okay? But there are some people, everybody ain't just passing through like me. There are some people that cannot afford like me to move off of Section 8, okay? I know people that got 5+ kids. They cannot afford that. And whatever choices that they made that was poorly, that is on them. Nobody is walking this earth is perfect, man. It is some rude, ignorant ass people on here that's talking about, oh, I hope it get cut off. Really?
Take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
And here's the thing that I would say to that. I'll be one of those rude, ignorant people if you would like. She says those people have 5 children. That's the goddamn problem. That's the goddamn problem. It's usually not someone who's single, no kids, in fucking Section 8. It's the motherfuckers that have 4, 5, 6, 7 babies with no partner. Usually, well, shit, Section 8 don't even let the man in the house. That's what the problem is. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Section 8. Sometimes people need to get some people need help, man. I get it. Some people need help. You might have fallen on hard times. Hell, I've said this on the podcast, and I know most of you guys would agree with this. If you get sick in America, you can go bankrupt if you get sick. So, like, my whole point is that people have ups and downs in life. I totally see the government. You've been paying your taxes all these years, accommodating you, helping you out for a short period of time. But you shouldn't be on that shit for 20 and 30 years, man. And I'm surprised it took recently until like the last, the conversation about people being on Section 8 for a long time, in my opinion, you guys correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, it's only been about 15 years or so. Like when people really has been talking about it. I'm not mad at people for being on Section 8. You shouldn't be on Section 8 for 20, 30 years. That's the big difference. And it's crazy because you would have thought when they started these programs that there would have been a time limit on it initially. I know some states vary. There might already be some type of stipulations, that's in some places and not in others. I get that. But that shit is just crazy to me. And there's a lot of people who just abuse that shit. They have those children, and they'll be on Section 8 so long, their children will be grown and out the house, and they'll still be on Section 8. That's the shit I got a problem with.
Waste me time. Let's jump into it.
Trump seeks to cut $26 billion by ending Section 8, replacing it with state-run housing and programs. So instead of having Section 8 vouchers, they're replacing them with block grants to the state because the White House described the current system as dysfunctional and said the state should be allowed to design their own rental assistance programs based on their unique needs and preferences. Now, this is where it got real interesting for me. It said the plan will also cap rental aid for able-bodied adults at 2 years, reallocating any remaining funds towards elderly and disabled recipients.
Like Sheila says right here, if you want hard times, stop getting pregnant. That's a fact.
Goddamn right.
In this budget, it empowers states. Listen. I'm going to read it slowly. The budget empowers, gives powers to the states by transforming the current federal dysfunctional rental assistance program into a state-based formula grant, which would allow states to design their own rental assistance programs based on their unique needs and preferences.
The Trump administration is trying to kill Section 8. Section 8 and government subsidized housing is now in the crosshairs of the Trump administration. They are looking to cut it by at least 40% to help save money. There's about 2.3 million people that get government subsidized housing through Section 8 across the country, and the Trump administration is looking to take it from a national level to a state level. The goal is to take it from a national overinflated, overbloated, overfunded program to a state level program where the national government will kick in a little bit, the states will have to kick in as well, and they will actually have to have a budget. There's also a discussion about a cap on able-bodied adults only getting it for so long. This is one of those things where the headlines sound scarier than the actual sublines. However, this will affect real estate. And this is why I've been telling y'all that Section 8 isn't guaranteed.
Hey, what do y'all think about Trump cutting back on Section 8? Basically, from his latest press conference, he wants to distribute and allocate all those funds to the state level. That way the state can devise certain programs to allocate the funds to their citizens, because each state has different things going on. And, they want to reduce the wait time and all of the hassle that it takes for them to do it on a federal level and just put it on a state level. That way that everybody can get the services they need in a more efficient time. My thing is also, we have to figure out a way to cut back on people needing these services and reduce this homelessness epidemic that we are experiencing by making housing more affordable for everybody across the board. That way it's not a tax burden for other citizens that's having problems with their own survival. It shouldn't have to be a matter of other people having to get food taken off their plate to make sure somebody else eat. Now, I get we all have hard times. Lord knows I've had my hard times and struggles. But at the end of the day, these services shouldn't be a life sentence. It should be used as a way for people to get on their feet and be able to be self-sufficient long term.
Okay, I know y'all remember me telling y'all that he had a black cabinet pick. Y'all remember? Mr. Eric Scott Turner. HUD. They always pick a black one to be over HUD, right? HUD. Go figure. They'll pick a Igor. Okay. Anyways. They're coming for your housing.
I don't know, man. They literally find the dumbest stuff to be fake bothered by. Who cares what's the race of the HUD secretary? Yeah, he's a black man, but honestly, I don't care what color he is. The main people crying about DEI also complain when black men get jobs, which shows you who they really think DEI is for. Hint, not the straight black men. But I digress.
Let me grab a super chat real quick. Salute to Tone, the Virgo with the $5. What you got, Tone? Is it just me, or we see majority women crashing out over losing Section 8, food stamps, and having to pay back school loans? Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. You don't see a lot of men online. Like, I've seen some of the young guys complaining on TikTok about having to work 40 hours and shit like that. And they're like, shit, That's just life, but not really about these specific things. No, man. Salute to you, Tone. Tone back in the super chat. Where's the boss babes that claim women make more than men? That's what I'm talking about. Bro, that's what I'm saying. These are all Kendra G contestants. So we're up and down and they boss babes, Tone the Virgo, make 400 grand a year at goddamn Applebee's, and that all the men are broke. Let's see. Where's the boss babes that claim women make more than men? Stop talking about people that actually need it. It's people working the system. That's a fact, bro.
Goddamn right.
That's a fact, man. And I'll share with you guys my story here in a second. Salute to you, Tone. AD Blackman with the $10 super chat. What you got, AD? Talk black to me.
Straight cash, homie.
This is what they mean when they say generational wealth. That's a goddamn shame, too. And I see what you guys were saying as well in the chat about how they'll pass the Section 8 down, like to the next generation. And it's crazy, man, because I know a buddy of mine just got approved for like Section 8. They messed it up or whatever, but you're on those lists for years too. For years and years and years before. Man, that's just, no, man. It's just too much, bro. Salute to you, AD Blackman. Salute to the little gaming channel. What you got, bro? Section 8 was never meant for able-bodied people to live their entire lives on it. It was meant to help you get on your feet, then get off. That's a fact.
Goddamn right.
That's a fact, bro. And it's crazy even hearing them having to say this the way that they're wording it in the videos. Able-bodied people. Who just sits on their ass all day? But yeah, that's what they do. And I think it also emboldens some people, little game channel. Excuse me. I think it emboldens some people. And then they get used to it as if they're owed the Section 8. And then when they have paying $7 a month in rent for 5 years, and all of a sudden it's like, no, I'm not trying to go out there and have to pay the normal amount of rent that other people are paying, man. It's crazy, bro. Salute to you, man. My ex-wife, her mother, and I've never had a problem with her or anything like that, but she was one of those people that was on it like Section 8 for like, I think my ex-wife told me like 30 years she was on that shit, bro. Like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
like getting benefits and all that, and all her children were out the house and shit. It's crazy, bro, because I ain't never known. I don't think my ex-wife, her mom, I don't think she's ever had a job. Like, I've never known her to have a job at all. And then on the flip side, my mother, Pink, Bumba actually talks about that, cool. Okay. On the flip side, my mother was on government assistance food stamps when I was a small kid. And I'm talking about in the 90s with the paper food stamp book. And I've talked about this before, but my mother was one of those women who didn't like having the stereotype. She didn't like being stereotyped because it was a big stereotype, back there in the 90s, black women on food stamps, yada, yada, yada. She didn't like that stereotype. So she got off government assistance and just started working 1 billion hours a week, which, looking back on it, me and grown folk talked about this, we kind of think she probably should have stayed on it because she worked a ton of hours and barely made more money than she did when she was on government assistance. But I digress. The bigger point is that she didn't want that, not stipulation. She didn't want that being what she was known for. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want that hanging over her head like she's just some woman sitting back collecting food stamps. So, and my mother's always worked ever since then. Real Talk Singles father says, haven't seen single dads complain about Section 8. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. Let's see, from downtown says, I could only wish to work 40 hours, right, bro? All right, salute to you, man. There's a little gaming channel back in that super chat. I know a stripper, Tuba, that was on Section 8 with her one kid. She submitted fake documents. I reported her. Next time, give me change for 20. Let's see, Pooh Man says, my mom literally just got an EBT card when she retired. Yeah, that's how it should be, man.
We should have known this. I knew it. A lot of us knew it because they said that they were. So it's no surprise to a lot. But prepare. I keep saying be prepared, don't be scared, be prepared.
Okay, so did y'all hear that Trump is planning on slashing housing programs and cutting funding for housing programs to end, just cutting Section 8 altogether? Okay, so I'm gonna give you the rundown. I have it in my notes because it's a lot, okay? So it says Trump's 2026 budget plan would cut section housing by 43%, affecting 2.3 million households. He's giving control to the states through block grants, which I don't understand how that will work. Yeah. Okay, so he's giving control to the states. And then also lastly, it says, so you know how when you get on Section 8, you can be on there for however long? Well, he is capping that at 2 years for able-bodied people. What that means is if you are able to work, right, there's nothing wrong with you physically to where like you don't have any issues at all, you can only be on Section 8 for 2 years. After your 2 years, you have to do what everybody else does.
i.e. get off your behind and go to work.
Supposedly, I don't know if this is true, I don't know if this is factual, but Section 8 will be cut come 2025 or later 2025. This is what I've seen on, I think it was on Facebook, and I didn't even go and fact check.
Of course, you're too lazy to even open up another app on your phone to go read the information from the source yourself to verify if the caption you just read on Section 8 Hair Glue Twitter is actually true.
But I want to address the comment that I seen, and it was like, this is good because people be on Section 8 and they abuse it. And it's like, how is this good? Whether a group of people are abusing a resource, if you take the whole resource away, for the people that's not abusing it, we don't have it. And I feel like that was always a problem with, Trump voters or people who didn't side with Kamala Harris because they thought that they were just giving out, awards. Everybody was getting participation awards. No, they were giving out, resources for people who needed it. And it's because you fell through the loop of, freeloaders and stuff like that. That's just what happens when you have a public service.
Man, shut this baby bot bimbo babble up. She said people who need it as in herself. But look at the nails on this woman. Do y'all know how much a full set like that costs today? Look at these tattoos. Look at the wig. These wigs not cheap. She's so privileged to be able to spend hundreds of dollars on somebody else's hair and fake nails, but complaining about potentially losing her access to free rent. You can't make this stuff up.
But when you take it away, now people are scrounging. And when people get in survival, when people do things that they would not normally do. So it puts you at a danger. So even if you're not a part of the Section 8 community, you get around somebody who need to feed their family and watch what they do. And watch how they act and watch how people move. And I think that's what, Trump is kind of bargaining at. He's getting at, stir crazy. People become fearful for their lives. It's survival of the fittest. So certain, government assistance that's now being taken away is not an act of service. It's not, now everybody's going to get up on their own 2 feet. No. People don't have it like that. It's not like everyone is not dealt the same card, so you're not going to be like putting everybody at the same starting line and then whatever. No, this is going to be crazy. I don't know if it's true that they're taking away Section 8, but that wasn't a really good comment. It was very ignorant because, like, what?
So apparently Trump is proposing a bill that will cut Section 8 funding. You don't have to be someone that utilizes Section 8 to see the damage that this man is trying to cause. Why is it when money needs to be cut, they want to try to take from low-income families, but not make their rich friends pay their taxes? If the people who were well off would just pay their taxes, no money would need to be cut.
Translation, if rich people pay more taxes, then the rich and middle class can continue to fund everybody below the poverty line.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Get off your lazy ass and go to work.
Even the ones sitting up on TikTok with lace wigs, bundles, long claw nails, and eyelashes, calling everybody else broke. Yeah, I get it.
And people seem to think that, ghetto people are just the ones with Section 8. No. 8 is made for low-income families, people with disabilities, veterans, people that just need help paying their rent.
And for the record, the cuts are not for vets and the disabled. It's for able-bodied people that can physically provide for themselves, but choose not to.
It just seemed like to me that they like to attack groups that are the most vulnerable instead of getting more money from the groups that are more stable. That's just crazy to me. And at some point you got to think, these people are really evil. You're cutting funding from people who already can't afford their housing. How evil do you sound? Section 8 has paved the way for many people to be able to have roof and housing over their heads. So to make that a primary focus for cutting, it's just weird to me. Diabolical, if you will.
Section 8, baby, let's talk about it. Section 8 is a blessing. It was created to help people who are struggling, not as a trap, but as a trampoline. It's supposed to give folks room to breathe while they rebuild. Mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually. Let's be real, not everybody uses like that. Instead of elevating, some people are doing everything that they can to stay stuck. And it's not because they can't grow. It's because they've grown comfortable and struggle. The first thing is, if I make too much money, they'll raise my rent. So instead of leveling up their income, people start turning down hours, quitting jobs, choosing under the table work. They can keep their rent low. They fear abundance because they believe to condition that more success equals less support. What they don't realize is they're capping their own potential just to stay small. A lot of people feel like, why leave if I'm comfortable? Some folks get used to paying $0 to $20 of rent, so they just stop striving. They stop planning to own a home, improving their credit, or breaking generational curses. They just sit. Meanwhile, people with the real needs, single mom with disabled kids, the elderly, folks on disability, are sitting on the waiting list for years. They attach their identity to struggle. Struggle becomes familiar. Growth feels uncomfortable, but they stay where it's safe. They don't have to change, risk, or expand. It's not always laziness. Sometimes it's trauma and fear, but the result is the same. They block their own elevation. Some people like to game the system, find about who lives in the home, not reporting full income, having partners who live rent-free but aren't on the lease. Then they'll get mad at the system, and they're the ones manipulating it. This isn't survival anymore, baby. That's entitlement. But here's who hurts in the process. Disabled parent who's trying to get safe housing for their child in a wheelchair. Young G woman fresh out of a DV relationship who's working 2 jobs and still can't afford rent or a place to stay. Grandmother who's raising her grandkids with no support and no place to stay. They're not asking for handouts. They're asking for a chance. The chance is taken by people who don't want to grow because their rent will change. Section 8 is not the problem. The mindset is. Let's be clear. Crystal clear. This is not about race either. White people are on Section 8, Hispanic folks, Asians, Black people. Okay, so it's nothing about race. This isn't a race issue. It's a personal responsibility issue. We need to stop letting shame, comfort, or fear keeping us from stepping up or stepping off when the time is right. Nobody is saying get off tomorrow. Nobody is saying that you don't deserve help. I'm not saying that. But if you're sitting on Section 8 year after year, not working, not growing, not healing, not planning for better, then you're blocking someone else's breakthrough.
She cooked, man. She cooked. Where's my thing at? There you go. Jamal Jackson says, I'm lead off now, but I have side hustles, bringing in cash till I find another job. No excuses, man. And that's the thing. And one thing that's not lost on me, is the cost of rent. And the cost of living is just going up, man. So I get it. A lot of people are being forced out of certain areas. A lot of people can't afford rent, yet alone buy in certain areas. You know, New York City, the Bay Area. I heard it's getting really expensive in places like Portland and, in California. So I understand that. And a lot of people are getting priced out of the area that they grew up in. But you have to have a roof over your head. So you have to do something. I'm not mad at people for getting government assistance. Like I said, I was on it for the tip when I was a small child. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that being on it for 20 and 30 years. Nah, man. Nah. When you're able-bodied. Let's see. G. Reed says, Coop, do you know what Pink Book Lessons is? She thick, short, or do I know what she looks like? Coop, do you know what Pink Book Lessons is? She thick, short, big old tatties, motorboat? I do not know, G. Reed.
Access denied.
I know Pink Book is married, but I've never seen a picture of her. I don't think she's ever shown her face. I could be wrong, G. Reed. Salute to you, though, bro. Everybody assumes Pink Book Lessons is gorgeous. I have no idea, though, bro. Salute to you. That's a great question. Salute to you, G. Reed. J. Diz, channel member for 6 months since Coop Squad. Another milestone. Still rocking. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you, Jay. Let's see. Salute to Nurse Dara. She says, get a job. Bitch, that's fact.
Goddamn right.
That's fact, Nurse. Salute to you.
Thanks for the tip.
Jay Gray says, these lazy babies eat Gucci with jelly preserves. You stupid, man. It's just man, just sitting around. I don't see how you able-bodied just not doing something all day. Lay around back in the day, you used to watch the stories. I don't know what they do, lay around watching TikTok all day. Salute to Mark Cooper. Letitia James and Fannie Willis made him crazy, angry at y'all, yeah. And now they on this is Trump's fault, man. Like, Alan LaVille says one word, job. That's what I'm saying. Salute to you, bro. What Pop says, word of the day.
Thanks for the tip.
J-O B, salute to you, Alan. Salute to Real Talk Singles Fathers. The white man said he's tired of taking care of Keisha. Appreciate you, bro. Chad Harvey says, in the word of Outkast, featuring Goody Mob, get up, get out, and do something. That's a fact.
Goddamn right.
That's a fact, man. Again, I understand housing is through the roof, man. I understand that. But you need a roof over your head. So what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? Just sit around complaining about it? Oh, they gonna cut my Section 8? Or are you gonna attempt to improve your skills?
Thanks for the tip.
Go add more skills to your skill set. I mean, if that's going to school, starting a business, picking up a hustle, get on YouTube, learn side hustles, man. YouTube University, bro. You can learn anything you want to do on YouTube, man. Look up other hustles you may not even know exist, man. But yeah, bro. Derek Gaines says, Coop, it's harder for a man to get Section 8. Oh, I believe it, bro. I definitely believe that. Salute to you, Derek. From downtown says, and I know because of the women who get on Section 8, and that's another point that I wanted to make. Stop having these fucking babies, man. That's what the lazy bone. Stop having these goddamn babies. They be on Section 8 having baby after baby, but they keep fucking. They don't have time to get jobs, but they have time to fuck and keep making babies. This is from downtown. He says, I get my 100% and still get up every morning and take my ass to work. I could be content with my VA benefits, but I can't sit at home every day like that. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Salute to you from downtown. Salute to Team Peterson. Learn to swallow more. Trash can babies, get a job, you bum bitches. Salute to you, Team Peterson. Yeah, man. Throw them yeah, bro. Get them babies out of here, man. That's not helping I'll tell you this, that's not helping the situation. That's not helping the situation. Having baby after baby after baby. They be broke and just have baby after baby, man. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all the last people that need to be procreating. So it's the Little Gaming Channel back in that super chat. My mother, 35 years as a nurse, 80 years old, back and forth on Section 8. That's who it's meant for. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. Especially as you get older, you retire, things like that. You have, living off your savings. Yeah, in your twilight years. Exactly, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Not if you 27, functioning body, and you just got 18 goddamn kids. No, thank you. Salute to you, Little Gaming Channel. Appreciate you, bro, for the $10 super chat. Project Leroy says they doing the same thing they mama did. And that's unfortunate, bro.
Goddamn right.
That's a fact. And that's the crazy thing, man. And then that also creates generational, I'm sure someone said in the chat, generational poverty, man, where the only way you know how to live is watching what your mom did, and that's her being on type of government assistance. Some type of Section 8. They start applying for Section 8 before they even 18, so they can get it at 12 years when they 30. Salute to you, Project Leroy. From downtown says, Coop, get an ASSI check for Lazy Bone. I should, man. I should, man, try to hustle. Watch me get caught in the scam from downtown. I'll be on somebody's YouTube video. Theodore Cooper, YouTuber, arrested for SSI scam for his cat. Where he got $19 a month and he does 5 years in jail. So this is Devontae back in that super chat. So anyone's complaining about are the ones calling average salary men broke. That's a fact, man. Where all the 100K earners at in this bitch?
Do I think there should be a 2-year limit for able-bodied adults? Yes, absolutely. There's no reason why you should be able to live off Section 8 for 40 years and sit on your behind every day expecting for everybody else to pay your bills. You know what this is going to do? Ultimately, I believe this will shift welfare culture, which is prevalent among all races. Also, women will be less likely to run around getting pregnant in order to get subsidized housing, and they'll be more encouraged to create a family with an actual man, a husband, and they make life work together instead of depending on daddy government. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. I want to thank everybody who support this channel. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.
Let's see. All right, y'all already know. Salute to Pink Book Lesson, always holding us down. Let's see. Salute to Wokewill with the $5 super chat. What you got, Wokewill? Free programs, some jobs, pay for education, YouTube, Chat GPT. This is most access to knowledge we've ever had, and people acting slow. No excuses, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. We all have. I said this a long time ago on the podcast. A long time ago. Ignorance is optional. In 2025, I think I said this back in 23. Ignorance is optional. What I mean by that is that we all have miniaturized computers in our pocket. We all have miniaturized computer where you could pull out your phone and look up any question ever and get the answer instantaneously. There was a time, not too long ago when I was a kid, we had to go to the library and shit. You had to go to the library, encyclopedia to get all your answers. We have miniaturized computers in our pocket. It's no excuses out here, man. Pull out your phone and figure out whatever the hell you need to figure out, bro. That's a fact, man. Salute to you, Woke Will. And like people, let's just say, this ain't a black thing. It's telling goddamn these white folks on that shit too. But yeah, man, you just got to get you got to get off of it. Couple years, 2-3 years, don't think it's no problem with that. 30 years, you able-bodied, your kids is growing out the house, and you still only paying $9 for rent? No, ma'am.
Access denied.
No, ma'am. All right, we'll move on to the next clip. Let's see. What's going on, Go Cree? Alex says, I used to ask Jeeves. Yes, I'm 38. Oh, okay. So I thought you was younger, Alex. Alex, I thought you was in your 20s, bro. Let's see. Woke says more computing power in our pockets than computers used in the first space launch. That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. A lot of people, when they're ignorant to shit in 2025, I'm like, man, that's a choice, bro. So we're going to move on. Okay. This was River TV, I believe, talking about Lil Wayne's situation. James Sampson CeeLo said it best. You have to be able to understand intelligence, but all you have to do is be stupid. That's a fact. Salute to you, James. I'm going to play that dash cam later on that you sent me, bro. Let's go.
Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. If y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them, because like this man has actually laid a hand on me. Like,
what's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. So yesterday I was on social media and I saw, people posting their Mother's Day posts or whatever. And then I ended up coming across this post of Lil Wayne's ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance, not only complaining that he dumped her on Mother's Day, but then also alleging that he had, been physical with her in the past, and now she's going to get a lawyer. So in me doing my due diligence, I obviously, have seen Lil Wayne with this girl. Before we even get into it, I don't want anybody to get it twisted that this was just a jump off, or this was just, somebody who, he met a couple of times and was just sleeping with. No, this was his bona fide girl at one point. He had pictures with her at basketball games, at parties, or whatever. He was, obviously in a committed relationship with this woman. So once I saw this post, I actually went on her social media and I saw that she had posted a series of things on her Instagram story. So the first one being this video in which, she talks about not being enough.
Turns to him and she said, I'm never going to be good enough for you, am I? And she starts to cry. I mean, it makes me want to cry now. But we've all had that moment where you're across from a romantic partner. You're like, I'm not the girl. Oh, okay. I got to be my own self. Now I'm going to be my own self. Bye.
And then she then posted this, which said, breaking up with someone on Mother's Day is diabolical. Prayers up, though. God always pulls me through. Walking with faith. And so obviously this led to a lot of speculation, which she then in turn used that space, to have a platform and speak on her side of the situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press play, pause play, then give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on this entire situation.
okay, so for everyone DMing me about my story I posted, yeah, this is actually a fact. Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover. I can't even lift boxes, but this man has his assistants and people coming to help kick us out today.
First of all, this woman is known for being a plus size model. We're not just gonna skip past the full mommy makeover. She tried to, hurry up and rush that in there because, as we all know, these women who are plus size or who are bigger or who are, representation for the overweight community, whenever they start to lose weight or get these surgeries, they lose a lot of their followings, right? So her just trying to throw in there really fast, like it was, on 1.5x speed, I just had a full-time girl.
And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover.
Why are you so thorough with everything else you're saying, but you just try to breeze past that?
And broke up with me on Mother's Day through text.
And my birthday's next
and
weekend.
her birthday's next weekend. And I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like, when I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, like, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them.
Before we get into the lawyer recommendations, her saying he broke up with me on Mother's Day, and, you know, her birthday's next week, and I have this stuff to do. Why do women, a lot of these women, have this delusional mentality that this man has to break up with you? He has to end the relationship when it's convenient for you? Can anybody answer that? Because when she threw that tidbit of information in there, I was thoroughly confused. First of all, you're saying that he broke up with you on Mother's Day as if you are the mother of any of his children. Like, you are not.
And broke up with me on Mother's Day through text.
And
like,
my birthday's next weekend.
And her birthday's next weekend. And I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like,
if her birthday was tomorrow or the week after, that's not his child either.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Why do we care? Pooh, man, I didn't even know my sister made a video on that. Now I feel bad.
Why should that be his responsibility? That's to say, oh, you know, I want to break up with her, but let me wait till it's not Mother's Day and let me wait till it's after her daughter's birthday. That has nothing. When the relationship is over, it's over. Connection cut. Severed. It's done. I don't understand why these women want consideration when these women have none. These women dump men, leave him in the middle of the night, leave him high and dry, take all his money. Like, but all of a sudden, you think because you're a woman, you deserve some kind of consideration for when he should end the relationship. That's delusional.
because, you know, so yeah, I know he has 2 girls being flown in today, and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the world, but like, you literally flew me, uprooted me from New York City where I was living and brought me here for this bull. Like, that's crazy, you guys. Like, these men really be taking advantage. And it's not just the emotional abuse. Like, this man has actually laid a hand on me.
You see,
Tell
this
him,
is
brother.
horrible. Let me tell you why it's so horrible. Because women never learn. Women never learn. You're upset that he dumped you on Mother's Day. And now you want to use this opportunity to say that he put hands on you. But if he never dumped you on Mother's Day and he celebrated Mother's Day with you as well as celebrated your daughter's birthday and the 2 of you were still riding off into the sunset, you would have no problems that he had put hands on you prior. You wouldn't put us in your business about it. You wouldn't tell us about it. We wouldn't know about it. You wouldn't care about it. But now, because the relationship is not panning out in the way in which you feel it should, now all of a sudden you have these allegations against this man saying that he has put hands on you and that you need a lawyer about it.
If y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them, because,
And another thing as well, man, it's like the accusations, you can just throw that out there.
Thanks for the tip.
With zero proof. You can just throw the accusations out there, and a lot of dumb people are just not going to question it. One thing I do like that people are now slowly starting to be like, hold on, I see what the game is going. What's going on, T. Peterson, man? You back at the crib, or you still on the road? You seem like you've been on the road for months, man. Salute to you, TP.
not just the emotional abuse. Like, this man has actually laid a hand on me. Like,
These people need to start, you know, there needs to be some kind of repercussions for if you don't say certain things in a certain time frame. Because now that it's convenient for you to try to tarnish his character because you're upset and because you're mad, now all of a sudden he's this villain, he's this bad guy, you're going to get the lawyers on him.
And real quick, what's going on, Cree? Yeah, I just saw this as well. This also makes me, because now Halle Berry's saying that DDG dude, that he abused her all of a sudden. Oh my God.
But again, if he didn't dump you and you and your daughter was not outside, you wouldn't have nothing to say.
Like, nah. And I took it, you know what's crazy is they always say, like, we're so stupid for love, and I thought it was like a mistake. But, like, I know other women he's put his hands on. And
okay, and so you thought it was a mistake when he did it to you, but you know that he did it to other women. So now you want to vindicate those women. Now you are doing what all these other women do, is standing out there and calling all people who want to get back at Lil Wayne.
Yep.
I'm on your side. Come on, let's start a crusade against him. Let's start a campaign calling all women who were now victimized by this man. Come on over here, because now I'm his enemy. And so now I need some troops on my side to go against the machine. Like, that's wild.
Let me grab the super chats real quick. Top Pro makes a good point in the chat. I hadn't thought about that. He says, Lil Wayne has been famous since the 90s and never had no weird shit come out about him. That's a good point, bro. Yeah, I don't think, besides him and Birdman kissing, you know what I'm saying, kissing on the mouth back in the day. But yeah, bro, you're right, though. I don't think really been too much, like, weird rumors around Lil Wayne. That's a good point, bro. Salute to Jay Gray. Jay Gray says Lil Wayne kicked her out for fucking up the carne asada. Jay Gray a goddamn idiot. Salute to you, Jay. Bitch, you burned it. Jay, you stupid, bro. Salute to BY. Coop, imagine all these people who've been on Section 8 most of their lives being pushed in the workforce at once. Shit's going to get wonky out here. That's a fact. You're
goddamn right.
I didn't factor that in, BY, and I like the way you think, bro. That's definitely a good point, man. That's definitely a good point. I remember I saw this clip of this dude like who had his like first job. He always been a street dude. I think I saw this last year, and he didn't even know like proper work protocol. Like he was working in like a pizza joint his first day and thought that he was gonna get paid right then for the one day. It's like, no, Ninja, you get paid every week, every 2 weeks, like everyone else. That's normal. They don't know work protocol, BY. So to Rodis E, ma'am, take your L and move along. Wayne won. That's a fact, man. Get out of here, lady. Get out of here. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, I'll do it again.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care, man. Salute to you, Rodis E. Salute to Cujo back in the super chat. The fuck is Wayne smoking? She not even fine. The mom bod threw me off. Cujo, when they backed her up and showed the mom bod, which I ain't knocking her for. I just would think like, damn, Lil Wayne got a chick with a mom bod or a plus size model. Just wouldn't surprise him more than anything. Salute to you, Cujo. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, what you got, Young Jay? By the way, Coop, Byron Scott is definitely guilty, self-admitting, and the broad only wants $25K. That's all she wanted, $25K?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's crazy, bro. I do remember seeing Byron Scott say that he did it. Like, he admitted that they messed around all them years ago. But, yeah, he did admit that. That's crazy. She only wants $25K. I'm like, bitch, why are you talking to the media? Byron Scott was not only the money he made as a player, which probably wasn't much, but the money he made as a coach all these years, he should have $25K in his sock drawer, bro. And that's all she wanted. All that for $25K? Let's see. Coop, her body was terrible. That's what I think I just said. She's a plus size model. What you want from me? Let's see. Who's the Project Leroy? She's virtue signaling for feminists and simps to help her. Hence, she's using her privilege card to throw out false accusations to ruin a man's reputation. That's a fact, bro. Like River said, she's just casting the net at this point, trying to see whoever's going to come back and back her up. Man, you somebody, can we stop I'm sorry, I just having a meltdown. I just realized this. We talking about some dude broke up with his girlfriend. Not his wife, not his baby mom. It's some random chick. Get out of here, man. Salute to you, Project Leroy. With the tone of Virgo. She's in her feelings because she's no longer has the access to the lifestyle she was exposed to. She's no longer being taken care of by a millionaire.
Oh, my.
That's a fact. Mitchell Show says, what up, Theo Coop? What up, Mitchell Show?
But, like, I know other women he's put his hands on. And
that's wild. No wonder he dumped you. No wonder. This is not a stand-up woman. This is not a woman that stands 10 toes down with somebody. This is not that. This is not that. I don't know what kind of woman you think you are. No shade. But this is not the representation of what you said you are. Oh, yeah, you know, I loved him to the world and this and that. No, you didn't, because love means even if the relationship is over, I still have love for you and I respect it, because at the end of the day, everybody deserves to be happy. And even if you're not happy with me, I still love you and want you to be happy wherever else.
I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the world.
Love is not, oh, I love you until, and then once we get to until, I'm going to start, a smear campaign and try to tarnish your character and ruin everything that you ever built before me.
Today, it's okay. We're about to go back to the house that we live in together with my daughter. And we're going to see what really goes down, because this is absolutely crazy and a new low even for him.
It is crazy. It is crazy that this man puts you and your daughter out, and you and your daughter is standing. Obviously, she's going to support her mother. But the fact that your daughter thinks that a man, not wanting to be in a relationship with somebody should depend on that person's child's birthday, again, that's not her father. That has nothing to do. His money and his resources really have nothing to do with her. Okay?
Right.
She's benefiting off of that because he's in a relationship with you. He's no longer in a relationship with you. Now you out of embarrassment are trying to save face or trying to call him out, or again are trying to tarnish his character because you didn't like how this was moving. You didn't like how this situation played out, but it is what it is.
When I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions,
now what you gonna do? The reality is that, yeah, you got dumped. You're mad you got dumped. Now you're trying to, again, like I said, ruin his character. But what you should be doing is trying to show your daughter how to pick up the pieces and use emotional intelligence and not crash out on the internet because something didn't go her way.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. The relationship is over. You didn't have to say nothing. We wouldn't have known. I didn't even know they were still together. I could have sworn they broke up a long time ago. We would have never known the difference. Mother's Day would have came and went. Nobody would have ever known he was in a relationship, wasn't in a relationship, broke up with somebody, put somebody out. We would have never known.
Okay, so for everyone DMing me about my story I posted.
But a lot of these women use, these names, their celebrity names, to their advantage to try to, again, tarnish them, tear them down. It's a horrible thing. Horrible. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire situation. Make sure you guys...
Salute to River TV. Y'all already know, subscribe to River TV. This is random. I love how y'all close the chat and everybody just start calling the non-channel member peasants. I love it. I love that. Real quick, let me jump to... appreciate you, skinny boy. Let me jump to the big screen real quick. If you guys did, I saw a couple people say they were unfamiliar with the Byron Scott retired. What we played for the Lakers? He was with Showtime, right? Retired basketball player Byron Scott, and now multiple time head coach. I don't even know if he's coaching right now, but he's been a coach to a bunch of places. I know he coached up in Jersey and a few other places. So let's go to the big screen. Let's look at this quick report. Let's see here. Ex-Laker Byron Scott accused of SA-ing back in 87. And this just was reported. This report just came out last week. So let's check this out real quick.
Former Lakers star Byron Scott is being accused of sexually assaulting a teenager back in 1987. That lawsuit was first filed in 2022, but didn't name Scott. In a new amended version, Scott is accused of assaulting that teenager during the filming of an instructional video at Campbell Hall High School in Studio City. The lawsuit says Scott was 26 years old at the time. The alleged victim was 15. The suit says the alleged assault happened in a locked janitor's closet there in the school's gym.
We reached out to Scott's legal team, who sent us this statement. It reads, quote, Our client is devastated by this complaint, a basketball event that took place in 1987. Our client believed the plaintiff to be over 18 and had no idea she would claim otherwise until 35 years later. He respects girls and women, and the claims have blindsided him and his family. The lawsuit is asking for a jury trial and more than $25,000 in damages.
Man, if it's $25K, here's the thing. Rodies E says, why is he just coming out now over 30 years? Bro, yeah, he almost 40 years, bro. But that's what, look, he said he did it. He was 26. He thought she was 18, turned out to be 15. I ain't backing no dude messing with no underage girl or no shit like that. But it's just odd that it took almost 40 years. 40 years, and all you want is $25K?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
My thing is, Byron Scott, y'all couldn't get this settled before it went public for $25K? That's all she asking? Am I tripping on that? Y'all let me know.
Our Mario Solis joins us in studio right now. Mario, Byron Scott played for the Lakers.
Yes, he did.
In the 80s, the late 80s here. What else has he done?
Well, we all know that
career?
Byron Scott is really a big part of LA basketball. He grew up he was born in Utah, but then he grew up in Inglewood, went to Morningside High School where he had obviously a great career. He left high school to play at ASU, and then after that he was drafted by the Clippers.
Top Pro says he could have zailed that to her, though. That's what I'm saying.
Back then, we're based in San Diego. Traded to the Lakers, and the rest is history. Winning 3 championships with the LA Lakers. When the alleged incident took place, he had just won his second NBA title with the team. And of course, he also became a coach. He was coach of the year with the Hornets. A great career. Just recently posting on his Instagram, he was the coach of a youth Filipino-American team that won a major championship. Byron Scott, of course, a major part of the famous Showtime era with the Lakers, playing alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and an incredible career. So at this point, all we can do is wait. But the impact that Byron Scott has had in LA basketball as a coach, as a player, and even after that, he was a broadcaster when Time Warner had the rights to the Lakers. I've exchanged many thoughts with him, interviewed him many times, so I know Byron Scott quite well.
All right, more to come on this, Mario.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, man, so there's that. I just pinned that comment thing notes because I was just wanted to remember. He admitted to having sex. Now, so, yeah, no, I understand that, but I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe just they're going to make it assault just because she was underage. That's what I believe. That's how it works. So
Wayne,
you guys
literally
can definitely correct me if need be. Let me grab these other super chats. And yeah, that's crazy. That's just crazy. 40 years ago, bro. 40. It took her 40 years to figure that shit out, man. And all for $25K.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What we talking about? But I think BY makes a good point because I'm like, man, you can't reach out to them. Aroni's eat. That was funny. They wanted that. He wanted that shit in blood. Like, come take it. What you got, DeMarco? Coop, the family wanted one thing and the Laurie's wanted another? Maybe so, man. Maybe so. That's all fair because I'm thinking they reach out, settle this. Man, toss her ass that $25K, man. Give her another $5 and say, don't call me again. You know what I'm saying? But who knows, man? BY makes a good point. Maybe they didn't want to seem like it was guilt. Salute to Tone the Virgo. He says, she's in her feelings. Oh, no, I already got this one. Let's see. I got this one. Salute to Jay Stuker. He says Section 8. Salute to you, Jay. Section 8. Section 8 getting cut will make women think twice about having children out of wedlock and also make women choose fathers carefully. That's a fact, bro. It should. It should, Jay Stuker. In a perfect world, it should. But yeah, you're right. It makes sense. Who's a Project Leader? Slide about her age, didn't dismiss the case. That's a good point. That's a good point as well, PL. That's a good point. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Do Better Thing. He says, Corey Holcomb always said you can pick up a broken woman at the bus stop, pick up a broke woman at the bus stop, and she would try to make you the villain and destroy you. That's definitely a fair point. Salute to you, Do Better Thing. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That's a fact, bro. Salute to Tone Virgo back in the super chat. Fellas, it's just best it's just best that we give women handshakes and fist bumps. You go to hug a female, you meet accidentally hit her thigh, now you got a lawsuit. That's a fact. Salute to you, Tone. That's what they said. Well, you know, I mean, it kind of doesn't matter now, but I know Shannon Sharp had previously said he wouldn't be like in the elevator alone. He would never be alone with a woman, not even like in the elevator. Or the homie Keanu Reeves from the Matrix, John Wick movies. He won't never like put his hands around a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like never puts his hands where everyone can see. No picture with a woman with his hand on her lower back. None of that. He put the pictures up. You just put his hands in a photo frame high, so he can never be accused of anything, you know, like that. It's crazy, man, but you gotta CYA, man, cover your ass. Salute to you, Tone. Thank you so much, man. Who's the Big Odie? What you got, Big Odie? When is the pushback coming against these decade-old allegations? When? That's a fair point, man. That's a fair point. But again, if something happens to you, it always seems a little bit weird when you don't call the police, when you call a lawyer, but you call a lawyer 40 years later for $25K in California? It's goddamn peanuts, man. But I don't know, man. Salute to you, Big Odie. Salute to Kareem with the $5 super chat. Shout out my hometown, Inglewood and Morningside High School. B. Scott is a solid man. These garbage accusations need to stop. Salute to you, Kareem. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, man, it's just 40 years, bro. Salute to Project Leroy. No reason for adult being with a child. No reason for an adult being with a child in school. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely it, man. Like I said, he said he was 26. And she was 15, thought she was 18. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Salute to you, Project Leroy. I just always question the time, and it could be it's just the timing for me. 40 years for you to come around to getting this figured out? Okay. Let's see. Pooh says 15, where was her parents at? There you go, bro. All right, we move on to the next clip. I got this one here. Did y'all see this? That rapper Tory Lanez got stabbed up in prison? We're going to take a switch here and move over to Urban Politicians TV. Yo. My man is going to be talking about this. Tory Lanez getting stabbed up.
Tonight, after allegedly being stabbed by another inmate in the prison yard in California. Sources say Tory Lanez was rushed to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. He's serving that 10-year sentence for shooting Megan Thee Stallion as they left an LA party back in July 2020. Priya Shrithar is joining us now. I mean, people know Tory Lanez. What happened here?
Hey, Holly, that's right. Well, we don't have a lot of information about this just yet, but what we do know from the spokesperson for that California Correctional Institute is that this attack occurred at around 7:20 this morning. They didn't give further information about exactly how Tory Lanez was stabbed or what the potential motivation could be. Say that staff immediately rendered medical aid. He was transported to a local hospital, and he is suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. However, several other media outlets, including the Los Angeles Times, are reporting that this was another inmate who used a shank to stab him several times. Now, just to jog your memory about what he was exactly doing in jail in the first place, as you mentioned, he is serving a 10-year sentence. He was convicted back in December of 2022 on 3 different felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Now, this all stems from an incident back in July of 2020 when Megan Thee Stallion actually testified at the trial that he, after they were departing a party at Kylie Jenner's house, they were walking towards an SUV that they should have been riding back together in, when he apparently shot at her feet and told her to dance in the driveway. Now,
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I'm actually out here kicking it at my pop's crib tonight. We watching the games and things, kicking it with the whole fam, relaxing. But I did want to make sure I came and update y'all with the latest after it broke into the news everywhere today that Tory Lanez was stabbed in prison and taken to the hospital, as they came to Tory Lanez's Instagram post and his team gave an update of how serious it was. Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus.
Bro, 14 times, man? Yo, it's Big Ant, spokesman. Yo, let me know how my impersonation sounds. 14 stabs is crazy. Mexican got on boots from Thanos is funny. Thanos, that's hilarious. Then your other joke about Who's that? Simone. And then Reva was hilarious.
He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. And the reports that had came out about it with an update was Lane's legal name, Daystar Peterson, is in a stable condition after the inmate stabbed him with a self-made shank in a prison yard. A law enforcement source told the Times. The attack occurred at about 7:20 a.m. in a housing unit at the California Correctional Institute in Tehachapi, and prison staff immediately responded, activated 911, and began medical aid to Peterson. California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation spokesperson Pedro Calderon Michael said in a statement, Peterson was rushed by ambulance to a nearby hospital. The California Correctional Institute and the Kern County District Attorney's Office are investigating the incident, the statement said. Now, that prison has other incidents that have happened there as well, but for Tory Lanez, he's blessed right now, bro. 14 times, they was trying to kill him. It just is what it is. That wasn't a warning stab. That wasn't no, hey, let's just see what's up, or we got into a scuffle for you to get all hit up all over the place, your lungs collapse, stabbed to the face, the back of the head, everything like that. That's real serious. Torso, they was going for the kill on him right there. No doubt about it. And he is blessed by the grace of God to still be here. They said he's up talking now, but that is critical condition, man, because things could get serious for him, but he pulled through on this one right here. And, man, no matter what bro got going on, just seeing him go through that or anybody go through that, that's why I say, man, prison, just, bro, people make mistakes, people land up in there, people go through things, trials and tribulations in life, no matter what happened or didn't happen. I just always like to say, dog, this is a part of prison. It get normalized on the internet. It get normalized in the world because they adapted to the habitat, the people that's in there. But, bro, that ain't no way to live, dog. Getting stabbed up, people trying to kill you, people trying to take your life. When you hit prison yards, they got certain rules, they got certain protocols, certain politics. It's race situations in there. I've been having people send me stuff all day today. I don't want to come on here and say nothing that I can't confirm because I was not there. But, you know, these things do happen in prison a lot. These things do happen in the yards, man. And like I said, I've heard from other people, people close to me who have done prison time. It get racial in there. It could be a simple thing where you said something wrong, looked at somebody wrong. Could be just, hey, you got into an argument with somebody, beat up the wrong person, they coming to get a lick back. Or it could be as, hey, dog, man, they say it's like this in prison. Just hearing from multiple people. Nigga, when the nigga about to get stabbed in there, everybody be knowing except the nigga that be about to get stabbed. I done heard that from a few different niggas in there. And this is be happening, man. So, hey, most definitely want to send the healing prayers over there to Tory Lanez. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, bro, at all, dog, to get stabbed up and nearly die. I could imagine what bro was going through in that moment, just having to even shake back. He got little ones, just all that, man. And just hearing about that prison, they had several incidents that went down, as I put in the video earlier as well.
Developing news out of Tehachapi tonight. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation says a riot broke out earlier this morning in a yard at the Supermax State Prison located there. CDCR says 6 inmates were transported to a hospital due to injuries, and inmate manufactured weapons were recovered at the scene. Correctional officers say they issued chemical agents and, quote, less lethal foam rounds to quickly bring the incident under control. That remains under investigation.
One inmate was shot and others were injured during a riot at the prison this afternoon. 23 ABC's Josh Sanders is in Tehachapi for us tonight and joins us now with those details.
Let me grab the super chats real quick. Marlon Moore, I checked my email. I didn't know what I was supposed to be looking for. But salute to Project Leroy. He says, we are sitting ducks without a black legal class. That's definitely a fair point, Pierre. That's definitely a fair point. We definitely need that representation. Look at Fred Turner with the $10 super chat. What you got, Fred?
Where's my money, bitch?
He says, salute family. I tried to just watch and enjoy. What about Smokey Robinson? That's another one, bro. Smokey, like 85 years old.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
85 years old, bro. I gotta look more into like what's his accusers talking about? Let me look that up in the background while I got the video going. But yeah, man, Smokey 85 years old. They coming after Smokey, man. Shit. Salute to you, Fred Turner. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Yeah, let me look that up, man. Salute to B. Wyatt. He says, we got to remember the era for context. Teenagers look 30 in the 80s. That's a fact. Salute to you, bro. That's funny. Salute to you, B. Wyatt. G. Reese says, Daystar. What was his mom was smoking epidural? Bro, I said Daystar. That's that dude's name is Daystar? Okay. Let's get back to it, man. Let me look up this Smokey shit.
Good evening, Brandon. Officials tell us the riot began around 1:30 this afternoon in the courtyard outside of Facility A during inmates' outdoor time. Officials say lethal and non-lethal force was used to bring the riot under control, including 3 gunshots fired, one of those hitting an inmate in the buttocks region. Officials say a total of 6 inmates have been taken to the hospital for treatment of injuries, and currently none of those injuries are life-threatening. Officials say that also no guards or staff were injured during the incident, and the prison remains on lockdown as investigators look into what started this riot. We'll bring you.
So I did just want to come in here and update y'all with the latest from his team as they put that up on his Instagram, man. That's wicked right there. That's tough. It's real serious, man. I just tell anybody, Tory Lanez situation, he already there. People that's already in there. If you can avoid these situations right here, bro, try your best, dog, because I'm the nigga, I tell y'all, this ain't something I don't care about being looked at as a nigga that's tough or whoop-de-whoop, nigga. I ain't trying to get stabbed, bro. Just keep it all the way 1,000. And yeah, bro, I hate to see that for somebody. Tell me what y'all think, man. We got more coming, more videos.
Salute to you, bro. Salute to, make sure y'all subscribe to Urban Politicians TV. I'll subscribe to. I don't really follow them too much because I don't really care for like the hip hop content. Every now and then I go check in on them. All right, let's see here. Speaking of which, salute to you, man. Yeah, bro. I backed up on my email. I just noticed that. Let's see. I owe some bunch of people some replies in the email, but salute to Mark Coop, bro. I just saw your email, bro. This is the big bro, Mark Coop. I just saw your email, man. That you had your website for your book, man. Officials start to book M. Quentin Coop, start your journey in one click, explore. Beautiful book. Okay, salute to you, bro. Yeah, all you guys should have your book already, but I just noticed that as well. So, but let's switch over here to Smokey Robinson's accuser. It's accusing people day. Don't accuse me of nothing, squad.
Music icon, Smokey Robinson. We have the details of this. Put up full mask. I have to warn you, these details are quite extreme, but necessary, according to The Root. In a new lawsuit against the music legend Smokey Robinson, 4 women have accused him of a series of heinous acts. The former Motown Records executive was accused of sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, gender violence, and creating a hostile work environment. That's according to the suit obtained by People. The plaintiffs are reportedly all former employees of Mr. Robinson. To make matters worse, Robinson's wife, her name is Frances Robinson, was also name dropped in the lawsuit as well. One of the accusers, who has been identified as Jane Doe 1, claimed Robinson's wife had, quote, full knowledge of his prior acts of sexual misconduct, but, quote, failed to take the appropriate corrective action to prevent deviant misconduct from Robinson.
Ponce, great point. What the fuck is gender violence? I heard that too, Ponce. I don't know what the hell that is.
It goes on. Doe 1 claimed Frances helped settle cases for other women who accused Robinson of similar misconduct. Robinson married his wife in 2002, just a few years before some of the sexual assault allegations reportedly began. Jane Doe number 2 claimed she was forced to resign from her role as the Robinsons' housekeeper after the 85-year-old's, quote, repeated sexual assaults and sexual harassment, according to the suit. The woman says she began working for the family in 2014. Robinson's alleged attacks on her began in 2016. According to the suit, reviewed by the New York Post, Robinson forcibly penetrated her with his erection without using a condom.
What?
He would enjoy ejaculating all over JD2's face. Much to his satisfaction and her abject humiliation. End quote. I told you this was difficult. There's more. The third woman, Jane Doe 3, also worked as a housekeeper for the Robinsons from 2012 to 2024. It was then that the patriarch's continuous, quote, sexual assaults and sexual harassment against her ultimately led to her resigning from the position. Doe 3 also claimed Robinson sexually violated her at least 20 times over those years. A fourth housekeeper, Jane Doe 4,
God damn, how many?
also alleged sexual misconduct from Mr. Robinson. She reportedly began working for the family in 2006, resigned in 2024. She alleged her sexual assault began in 2007. This lawsuit comes just weeks after Robinson released his new album, What the World Needs Now, on April 25th. All four women are asking for $50 million in damages, according to the suit. The attorney is going viral on social media because their attorney did make the initial proclamation. I think this was a press conference, a quasi-press conference, laying out some of the details, but did not go into the actual wording as the lawsuit states. And he said the reason is because it was just too graphic to go into at that time. But the lawsuit is filed, and we read directly from that suit. Just a reminder, obviously everybody is innocent until proven guilty. This is the judicial standard. I will tell you this, it's a tapestry here. If true, if these allegations are true, there's an MO, meaning there's this similar behavior with each person. These individuals may not have necessarily all known each other, but similar patterns seem to be emerging. All right, Jackson, you know, you work for many, many years, and this is absent of just this situation I'm talking about in general. You work many, many years, you try to build an empire, and then because of either unwise decisions or corrupt behavior, sometimes that empire can crumble very quickly. And we don't know all of the facts. None of us were there. But no matter what, this is reputation damaging, period.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this isn't even an instance of like one thing happening quickly. This was slowly over time. This was him getting used to habitually assaulting multiple different women and feeling as if he would be able to get away with it forever. And oftentimes men in powerful positions like this who have a lot of fame and just control over.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do all that. Who called him Strokey Robinson? Who called that? Oh man, Pasek makes another good point right here. What chick can't fight off an 83-year-old man? I call Cap. Yeah,
Thanks
bro.
for the tip.
Yeah, this is just. This is too much, man. 50 million per skeet. 50 million per skeet says in my rail. They out here, John B. Stop Thanos. They out here giving he out here giving this Maze facials. Oh man, this is I wasn't expecting it to go into depth like this. Theo, you see the first day of Diddy trial. No, man, I'll tell you the truth, bro. I've never sat back and like follow like a trial. Like following it, like, oh man, they in court. Like that's why I can't really comment too much on the Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion. I didn't believe it because just initially it just sounded made up. But I never watched the trial, so I really couldn't give an informed opinion on it. But no, I did hear. I did watch a TMZ video on it yesterday about day 2 of the trial, and it seemed like it's getting wild over there. Why is it not televised though? Let me grab the super chats real quick. Divine Photo says, Coop, you heard Byron Scott. Yeah, we talked about that, DP. I saw you say that you had stepped away, so you didn't hear us. But yeah, we just covered that a second ago. We on an accusations field trip today, apparently. It wasn't planned, but here we are. Salute to you, DP. Appreciate you, bro. Top Pro says, they try to demonetize being freaky. Who don't like giving facials and golden showers? About to print some NDAs. There you go, man. Here you go, Top Pro.
You filthy motherfucker.
Salute to you. And I saw what you said, bro. I'm watching this getting nervous up here. Oh man, Vinny, I can't tell no more stories. I can't tell no more stories, bro. And I got a ton of them. People might be looking at me a certain way, so let me shut up. I don't want to hear. It's 2035. YouTuber known as Theodore Cooper. Like,
Hey yo, what the
multiple accusations, man. What? That's all I just be live stream the next day. Like, I beg your pardon. Salute to you, Top Pro. I don't want no smoke, man. I don't want no smoke. Free Theo. Let's see. What We Know podcast with the $5 super chat. Damn it, man. Smokey's been accused of facial nut bumming. Is diabolical. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to realize that today. Found out Smokey out here giving multiple facial candidates. Let's see. Salute to AD Blackman, Strokey Robinson. Yeah, somebody said that in the chat. That's hilarious, man. Salute to you, AD, with the $5 super chat. Salute to DAP, DH Harris. What the world needs now is love. Smokey love. All right, let's move on to the next clip. MRL said these must be back heifers. Thanos says, the only trial I really followed was the OJ when I was a kid, but it was almost required viewing in 96. Yeah. Top Rose says, Theo, start making a disclaimer from the beginning of the stream. Jessica says, y'all some freako leaks. Yep, when the album drops, them lawsuits was getting dropped into the queue, says Jay Diz. Larry, man, let's move on, man. Let's move on to the next clip. What we got here, bro? I'm on all the accusations. It's just
after allegedly
all these accusations just making me nervous out here, bro.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
Allegations. Let's see. Let's move on to the next clip. So somebody dropped this in the Discord. I thought it was pretty good from the homie, the Tip Network. I thought this was a pretty good video. Well, it's actually a dope video the way they put it together, man. So to the Tip Network, man. They make really good videos. Emasculation and humiliation rituals of Hollywood Met Gala. Let go.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
Why do black male stars at the Met Gala dress like women? The shocking reason behind it. Have you noticed? Even though the Met Gala is a global event, this year, the number of black male stars was extremely low, and the few who were invited, their outfits often had feminine elements.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
Not just for
I know.
One day people are gonna say Corey always said it was Bagdoria in that whole community. But
well, see,
go ahead. I'll wait it out.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
You got Ricky Smiley so good. Ricky Smiley got on the internet making tea and started crying and disappeared. Ain't nobody seen you since. He ain't did no more posts. He just disappeared. I called Cat on the phone and said, you better be on the lookout for Smiley. That wants to come smile and cry was the one that gets you. He's smiling. And I said he might show up with a dress on. Shit, me and Cat, the last two that ain't wore a dress. I called, I said, let's do the non-wearing a dress tour.
Celebrity Fashion Spotlight, we have your boy Shabuzi, who attended the Met Gala wearing this Robert One look. And I love this look from head to toe. I love the color, the pop of color in this look.
Please, straight ahead over here, last looks. Come on, let me get some photo. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, can you come over here? Come a little closer. Yes. Yes.
That's a dude who...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I know that whatever that Shamboski dude, he had that Tipsy Country song, which is actually kind of catchy. Who is this dude? That's a man?
I love this. Yo, Cudi.
That's Kid Cudi? What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I beg your pardon.
Abdul, get the rocks.
Jail.
This is haram.
But that don't surprise me, man. Y'all remember Kid Cudi? He went on Saturday Night Live or some shit, and he performed in this dress. And I swore it down. I was like, they only brought him. Y'all remember this shit from a few years ago, y'all? Kid Cudi he went on Saturday Night Live and he wore some dress. It was some tribute to like Kurt Cobain or something like that. But I remember thinking to myself when it happened, Kid Cudi not the big star like that. I believe that they brought him strictly on SNL that night just to wear that. Like, just to wear that dress. I don't even know if he had a hit song out, man. But, dog, wow, that's crazy.
Legend. I love it. Yes!
Let me tell you something. I love when masculinity meets femininity. I love when men can be so comfortable in their masculinity as well. This was just so icy, so just swaggy. I love the flare pants. For me, this was 10s across the board. What do you guys think? Was this a look or not?
Just give him the X and then I'll say it.
Wait, what the hell are you wearing? Is that a bra?
What? It's just a wife beater.
Where are your pants? Why are you wearing a skirt?
No, Granddad. These are Gangstalicious shorts for thugs. See, they got an extra flap with a pocket, so you hide what you want to hide from the police.
How y'all doing today? We all like my outfit? And y'all know I'm crazy for real. Y'all know I'm crazy, right?
Kinda hot, right? You want me to see if he got your size?
But you're carrying a purse.
What? Come on, Granddad. This ain't no purse. It's a Gangstalicious man bag.
On the side note, man, this is just a random side note. How much shit has the Boondocks called out, bro? Boondocks was almost 20 years ago. How much of this foolishness did they call out ahead of time, Top Bro?
What's wrong?
Nothing. No.
You see this picture that Gunner just posted recently?
What are you doing?
Look at the bag.
Oh, about that purse?
That's a full-blown Chanel purse.
Hey, that's a purse.
That's a purse.
Man, look, Pete this.
It's not even a purse. It's a purse.
That's a purse. But Pete this. I got like a little Prada little bag that and it's like a man purse.
All right, Wale. I was looking at these new, like they new form of phone posit for Nike, the Nike GT or whatever. And I'm looking like, okay, Wale got a tether on. I started looking, I'm like, usually tether's kind of made of more plastic, you know, a little ankle monitor. Do he have an ankle purse on? Let me say it again for my people in the District of Columbia. My people slightly below that Mason-Dixon line in DC, that's technically the South. Does he have an ankle purse on? Man, hip hop is so reading rainbow. It's been like that too. I'm gonna talk about that on the Patreon.
That's what he was talking about. I didn't even know what he was talking about. That's not an ankle monitor. That's an ankle purse.
This dude got an ankle purse on.
And I be in my head like, it carry everything. I see why women carry purses. It's just like, but that's a real purse. Man, a little man bag. Like, there's
nothing man about that.
One strap, it go around my back.
No, this has two straps.
Now he probably bought that for his mom. And then when he was taking to it, he was like, you know what? Smash my damn shirt. And then he called
in my car.
He called Thug. What do you think? Thug was like, my nails. Go ahead.
That's actually his business, not to have barriers. But in the world that I exist in and all of us exist in personally, I think that the line between femininity and masculinity needs to be drawn and stayed there, because I think that's why the world is so confused. You have women acting like men, you have men acting like women, you have men saying there's nothing different, you have women saying there's nothing different, but there is. God made us different for a reason. Men and women have different attributes that we all bring of value.
How you feel about Tyler Perry?
He strikes me as somebody that does not like manhood. It's his business, it's America. But I want somebody to start pushing manhood, because I've seen 50 years worth of televised emasculation.
Have you ever noticed, your polite savages, that if you come out and say something against the status quo, if you come out and say something against the fact that the lines are being blurred between masculinity and femininity, and if you, as a person who is masculine, does not absolutely appreciate it, then you are called toxic. But when it comes to accepting the femininity, when it comes to pushing an agenda that perhaps is anti-idealistic to how you want to live your life, you better keep your mouth shut and go along with the status quo and line up and be the next entertainment hoe, because we all know how the story goes. Either you get with the flow or you're...
This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about with Cudi right here. Aaron says real men wear fanny packs, right?
Career is a no-show.
Did you kind of make a decision to kind of step away from Hollywood?
No, but no offers came in movie-wise that I thought would be good for me to do, and that I could, I keep bringing it up, that I could tolerate in my soul. Even though it's acting, I just, and then it would start messing with your mind. Why would they offer me a part like that so far away? What do you want me to be a woman for? When you got black women actresses who are funny in Hollywood, been out there trying to make it, and you want to give me a part like that?
Well, you mean you couldn't kiss a guy on screen in a movie?
No.
Not even,
No, because I don't fake it. I literally, it has to.
I couldn't kiss a man either. That's true. And that does not.
That would me. I would cut my lips off.
Yeah, no.
I would. If I kiss some man, I would cut my lips off.
Well,
everyone's like, here's how he's so homophobic. I don't think that's homophobic. I don't want to kiss a man. That's crazy.
Yeah, not wanting to kiss a man doesn't make you homophobic.
But that's the thing that people do though, that I think is wrong. Like they throw that label on you just because you said, like you said, that's just his boundary. Like there's nothing wrong with him saying, I don't want to kiss a man. Like now he's homophobic because he doesn't want to kiss a man.
I don't think he's homophobic.
That is crazy. But I'm just saying the fact that people say that in his response
maybe because
to that.
he said I would cut my lips off.
Oh yeah, he took it a little far.
If I kiss some man, I would cut my lips off.
It's a little far.
I don't know. I felt him. Like I don't know, man. I felt Terrence on that.
Who the man?
Greetings, you polite savages.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey and put on our tinfoil hats. Oh yes, it's that time. Time for me to give on in and wonder, is this a conspiracy? An absolute conspiracy? Or even worse, humiliation rituals that are leading these grown men, these masculine men, these so-called men, to wear these dresses and make fools out of themselves time and time again. As always, we're only going to break it down to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And sometimes the truth is a bitter, bitter pill with a side of voodoo and secret societies. But it's time for us to shut up and take our medicine. So there's nothing left to do but get on up into it. Are you ready? Well, let's go.
We got super chats before we start. And yeah, that's crazy as hell. You're homophobic for not wanting to kiss no dude. I don't want to kiss no dude, bro.
Access denied.
No, thank you. Let's see. Salute to Chad Harvey. I was never a fan of Kid Cudi. He's a weirdo. Also, he makes very depressing music. Salute to you, Chad. I used to like him when he first came out because he made depressing music. And maybe I was depressed. Maybe that's why I liked some of his stuff initially. Salute to you, Chad. But yeah, he's just out of pocket now. Appreciate you, Chad. From downtown says, Uncle Leroy ain't having that shit. Nah, he was not, bro. He was not. Salute to you from downtown. Who's the OB? I had a dope leather laptop bag I used for work only. Wore it across my body. My daughter called it a Merce. I haven't used it since. Shame. Bring back shame. Shame works, y'all. Shame works, man. Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned backpack? If you just need a bag like that, like I like wearing like hoodies and things like that, so I have extra pockets if I just need extra stuff, if I just happen to be carrying extra stuff. But what happened to a good old backpack? A man purse? A Merce? No thank you.
Access denied.
I'm glad your daughter shamed you, OB. That's hilarious.
The comment sections are rife after the Holly Berry coochie meat incident at the Met Gala. But when I took a little time and actually looked into the Met Gala, there was a whole bunch of cross-gendering feminist jargon on display. From Shabuzi to even Future, the most toxic of the toxic Avengers, was dressed in a very gender-bending way. So it led me to believe and understand things that I read in the comments when they say, hey, these humiliation rituals are getting worse and worse by the day. But what can I say? I have to at least take it in and stride and believe the possibility, because Hollyweird has always been Hollyweird, but it seems like it's getting weirder and weirder by the day. Or is it just that we can see everything and everything's coming to the surface? Because my goodness, these men, or so-called of the before mentioned, are sure as heck doing a lot of weird things. And when they get caught up in the wind, what happens? Exposed. Rico. It seems like somebody is pulling the strings, but who knows?
You wanted to know what the Matrix is, Neo?
21 Savage shows off $1 million Louis Vuitton purse with his Louis Vuitton
UPS edition sweatsuit, you know what I'm saying? 21.
I think the first time I ever wore a dress, at that point, I didn't even know it was a dress. That wasn't a dress. On God. Because I know what my version of a dress is. It's kind of like a coat. When you do put on a dress, is that more for shock? No, it's just like, I wanted a cheetah print long shirt. I couldn't find one. I seen this, I'm like, yo, this is the closest I'm gonna get to it. It stopped me from judging people because it's like, people judge me and people say gay, but it's like, if people think that I'm gay, they already misjudged.
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
Apparently, in this alternate reality that we're living in, masculinity is supremely villainized to the point where being a straight male is something that is absolutely not acceptable in modern society. And when you are a straight male walking around, they're going to call you toxic humanity, because masculinity is the worst thing that can happen to a society that's trying to lose order, because masculinity by nature keeps order. Just like when you have a masculine figure in your house, the house will automatically shape up. And that man may not be the most popular man in the house, because by nature, by laying down the rules, you become the bad guy. But guess what? There's always somebody willing to be the bad guy. Say hi to the bad guy.
What did he say?
And a man has to be able to correct, because his job is to establish law and order in the household. So most real men aren't liked. I'm gonna say it again. Most real men with real traits and characteristics aren't liked. He gonna say, baby, take that off. You're not finna go outside with your t-shirt on like that. Man, you got your ass out like that. Man, put some panties on, you're pretty showing. That's a real man establish law and order. Say, y'all sit down somewhere. Real man ain't liked. He's missed and appreciated after he's gone. But while he's here, he ain't liked.
Because a real man's not going to take all his foolishness. But society is trying to run an end around. We've been redirected. We fell for the draw play, trap 9. That pulling guard was out there in that screen pass, broke that scat back free, and they're scrambling down the course, and we are doing everything we can to tackle them on a 20-yard line. You dig?
You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
Have you noticed, even though the Met Gala is a global event, this year, the number of black male stars was extremely low, and the few who were invited, their outfits often had feminine elements. For example,
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
What's my biggest dating red flag? Is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men.
So the question remains, are we trapped in a Hollywood conglomerate whose primary purpose is just to demonize men? What has happened to the masculinity that once pervaded, especially through the community where we were considered the most masculine, the most athletic, the most married, the most family-oriented? This is less than 55 years ago. What has happened in such 55 years? Well, a lot of things in my opinion, but first comes first, personal responsibility, because even if the system is hell-bent set on destroying you, you are still alive and working in this system. You have no other choice unless you're going to escape the system, but if you stay inside the system, you must learn how to defeat the system. But one of the main things that happened is the over-reliance on that has not had our best interest at heart. We should look to each other, raise each other, depend on each other. But until that mystical, magical day happens, what do we have? Women saying that being straight is an absolute red flag. And of course, this isn't everybody, but this is a large representation of the population that has fallen to the feminist jargon, both male and female. So whether it's humiliation rituals or just a straight out assault on masculinity on all fronts, one thing is for certain. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better.
But what I'm trying to say is, all that stuff, all them people who stand in line at Gucci, they said Louis.
All of them.
They said
YSL.
Prada.
YSL, all of them.
It is all trash.
Make you wonder if the Met Gala, as a symbol of the fashion world, is secretly creating invisible barriers for black men. Could there be hidden rules or power dynamics pushing black male stars to conform to this standard? Is the Met Gala
Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets.
To the homie, was it Grover and Scotty? Salute to the Tip Network. Make sure y'all check them out. We move on to the next clip. Let me grab the super chats real quick. Before we do, I had a question. Humiliation rituals, excuse me. Do you believe it's a real thing? I'm gonna put on a poll, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put on a poll. I'll see what y'all have to say. Humiliation rituals. Do y'all believe it's a real thing? Go ahead and rock that vote real quick. While you guys are doing that, I will grab the super chats. R makes a good point right here. Black masculinity scares white supremacy. I believe that 1,000%, bro. I believe that 1,000%. Let me check out the super chats real quick.
Thanks for the tip.
Let's see. Appreciate y'all rocking with Coop today. Cujo says they tried to cancel Genuine for turning down a tranny. Real, you know what? I vaguely remember that, Cujo. I vaguely remember that. I do. Yeah, I forget the details behind that, but I think you're right. Salute to you, Cujo. I remember. Yeah. I think it was also a rumor that killed, what's that rapper's name from St. Louis? Chingy. I believe it was a rumor that he was with a tranny and ended up killing his career. And I don't even think it was proven to be true. Salute to you, Cujo. Thank you, man. Jay Gray says, I first saw videos exposing Boulay back in 2010. Salute to you, Jay. I hadn't heard of the Boulay, man, till last year, Jay. Jay Gray, to be honest with you. I was very late to the party. Appreciate you, Jay Gray. Salute to Tavar with the $10 super chat. What you got, Tavar?
Great cash, homie.
Let's see. Top Pro says, Coop, I think it's a form of buck breaking. Okay. Let's see. Salute to Tavar. He says, do better squad. Pray for my family, including me. My late nephew's wake is today. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. The funeral is tomorrow. He was set up by his so-called friends at age 31. Damn, I was trying to strengthen us all, man. Salute to you, Tavar, man. Make sure we show Tavar some love in the chat, man. My condolences, bro. That's terrible. From downtown says Young Buck too. Yeah, man. That's a fact. That's terrible, man. That's sad, man. My late nephew's wake is today. The funeral is tomorrow. He was set up by his so-called friends. Only 31, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Tavar, man. My condolences go out to you and your family, bro. That's terrible to hear, man. Keep your head up, man. Stay strong for the fam, bro. That's terrible, man. Sorry to hear that, Tavar. Salute to Ichiban with the $5 super chat. Merce might be a necessity. I had to carry tools to keep my raggedy motorcycle rolling back. In 77 to 80 wrenches, pliers, and fuses don't fit in your pocket. Bro, that's why you use a book bag, man. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with carrying a bag. It's just a Merce, you know what I'm saying? Just wear a book bag, bro. Or like a gym bag with all that stuff, man. But to each his own. Salute to you, But I definitely know, it's kind of goes without saying, but varying occupations, you need tools and all that kind of good stuff. Oh yeah, I get it, man. So to you, bro.
Welcome to
so to Divine Photos with the $5 super chat. What you got, DP? He says, I remember a time growing up, dudes used to wear do-rags, and now the youth today wearing bonnets and walking around with painted nails, bro. Salute to you, man. I definitely see the bonnet. I don't think I've ever seen a dude walking around with painted nails, though, like in real life. I'm sure they do, but I don't think I've ever seen that. At least I haven't noticed it. But yeah, the bonnets, yeah, definitely. They be out here rocking the bonnets like they got a bang-yang.
Not the bang-yang. The bang-yang.
No. Salute to you, Divine Photos. Let's see. Salute to Rodies E. What you got, E? Diddy blowing up kids cutting Carver can. Yo, that's just a crazy sentence. It's a crazy sentence. Salute to you, Bryce Smith. What's going on, Bryce? He says humiliation rituals isn't a real thing, but there is a controlled opposition trying to make us look bad. See, we can talk about that in a second, bro. It's hard for me. And I'm not saying I'm right. I understand one of my shortcomings. It could be labeled a shortcoming. I guess it depends on the person. I struggle with like conspiracy theories because I don't believe in shit, man. I don't believe in nothing. I'm like, okay, this is just some bullshit. But I wanted to see what y'all said. 92% says humiliation rituals are real. Okay. I'm sorry. Erroneous E. Diddy blowing up Kid Cudi car, which actually happened. That's the craziest thing, bro. Diddy blowing up Kid Cudi car over Cassidy while also letting escorts pee on the smasher. Humiliation rituals definitely exist. This nigga, who blows up somebody's car, man? This is the Godfather? This blow, man, God damn it. Rodis E, you know how mad I be. I go out to my Geo Prism. I go out to my goddamn Chevy Cavalier, and somebody done blew that bitch up. Somebody died. Somebody died. You blow up my Ford Tempo. We got a goddamn problem.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
I ain't mad at you, bro. That's a funny way to start off a sentence. You know, P. Diddy blew up Kid Cudi car, right? Salute to you, Bryce. Taya, what you got, Taya? Glad to see me be here with the Do Better Squad. Taya, who's been a channel member for 2 years. Salute to you, Taya.
Top of the morning, governor. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Salute to you, Tanya. Even though you always judge me about Lazy Bone, always great to have you, Tanya. Always great to have you. Thank you so much for sticking around the squadron for 2 years. And salute to all my captains in the chat, the people who's been in the chat for at least 2 years. Thank you so much, Tanya. Salute to you. Salute to Ichiban. When I come over to the UK, Tanya, we'll have a pint. In it. My British is terrible. Meet me in the ends, Tanya. Meet me in the ends. Salute to Ichiban, channel member for 2 months. Backpack gets in the way of booze. Yeah, I got you there, bro. I got you there, man. Let's see. Not the Cavaliers. Man, my goddamn Cavalier. D. Marcos is Ford Tempo. Who you went back there? Yeah, bro. I got my 93 Tempo. Only got 10 more payments on it. Salute to y'all, man. All right, let's move on to the next clip. Thank you so much, Ichiban and Tavar. Definitely hold your head up, big fella, man. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to the next clip. Let's see what we have here. I'm just up here being silly. Miller H. Rituals, do you believe it's a real thing? 90% says yeah, man. So I'm definitely in the minority on that one. Let's see. I'm trying to keep my family. What you got, Tavar? I'm trying to keep my family, especially my sister and their children, on the right path, not gunning. And I am trying to stay positive and healthy. I just had a seizure before the chat. Bruh.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Sorry to hear that, Tavar. Let's see. Coop got 26-inch rims on the Tempo. That's a fact, man. Let's see. Did y'all see this one as well? I'm going to the homie. I think his name is Young Stacy. I played a couple of his clips. But did y'all see this? The dude, was it in Virginia? So to my VA people, y'all let me know in the chat. New Ulysses Geo Metros had no power steering. Let me know in the chat. Did y'all see this? This guy, 27-year-old brother, was in this house, and these kids, I say kids, they're like 17, 18. They start beating on the back of this door, talking about they were doing some prank at 3 a.m. Tried to kick in his door, and he ended up shooting him, and then they charged him. So let's go. Let me know if y'all heard about that. Let's go to the clip. Why did it not go? Let's see. There we go.
Oh man, so imagine you're at your house and it's 3 a.m. on a Friday night or Saturday morning, whatever you want to call it, and you just vibing, just chilling, like just minding your business. You may be asleep, you may be up playing a game, watching TV, but you in there minding your business, all right? Safe and sound. But next thing you know though, you hear a big ass banging, booming on your front door. Well, that was the position that Tyler Butler found himself in when these three just came to his door, scaring this dude right here, had him thinking that his home was being burglarized, and he came out with that fire and lit their ass up, man. He lit him up. He lit him up. And one of the teens died and another got shot, was wounded. And now he finds himself in jail with no bail. And I'm saying right now, free that man. Free that man, dog. I don't think there's going to be a situation that's going to be causing much of race war. I don't think it's one of those, because even MAGA, I'm even seeing MAGA folks saying, free that man. Hell nah, but let's get into the story.
New details on the Northern Virginia man who allegedly shot and killed a high school student who was trying to break into his house as part of an apparent TikTok challenge.
Fox 5's Bob Barnard live in Fredericksburg with the update. And Bob, today you pushed to get some answers.
Yeah, that's right. Look, most of the relevant documents in this case are sealed, so we don't know what led up to these charges being filed. The suspect's brother did answer our knock on the family's front door this afternoon, but said they had no comment. Tyler Butler is 27 years old. He is charged with second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and using a firearm in the commission of a felony. He's accused of shooting at 3 teenagers behind the home he grew up in and shares with his parents and brother here on Mackenzie Lane in Fredericksburg. The shooting happened around 3 a.m. Saturday. The Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office says the teens were attempting to burglarize the butler's house.
My VA people chime in on this too.
Year-old Massaponax High School senior Michael Bosworth was shot and killed. One of the two juveniles with him was shot and wounded. They tell investigators they were videotaping themselves doing a ding-dong ditch as part of a TikTok challenge. One of Tyler Butler's longtime neighbors here says she's devastated by what's happened.
And I know, like, the ding-dong ditch, I don't believe I did that as a kid. But I might have, probably just being a dumb kid. But not at 3 a.m.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Not at 3 a.m. and also not kicking it, like trying to kick in someone's door, man.
It's very sad, very sad. This is truly on everybody's part. Like, poor child, the poor kid that got killed, and of course what happened to him. I mean, such a stupid prank, and look at the results. Family's ruined. So, very sad. Hope this does not happen, and I hope the kids learn a lesson.
Michael Bosworth's classmates held a vigil in his honor as part of their senior sunset celebration at school last night. Those who knew him still try to make sense of Michael Bosworth's death.
I do feel as if this brought us, like...
They had to get the homie. They had to get the homie for this one, huh?
More closer together, because I would say our counselor's been doing such a fantastic job, reaching out to everybody. Our principal, Dr. Lancaster, phenomenal job as well. And I couldn't be more thankful for the supporting cast at Massaponax,
Now, in court documents, Tyler Butler reports being single, having gone to college to study computer science, and now making his living through sports betting. He's being held in jail without bond, has his next court date next month. We've reached out to the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's and Commonwealth's Attorney's offices. They have no comment about this case. And not long ago, guys, I met with a neighbor here who showed me video from in front of his home not long before the shooting down the street. And the video, he wouldn't share it with us yet, but it shows 3 teenagers approaching his house and not ringing the doorbell and running, but banging and kicking his garage door. He says they weren't trying to break into his house, but this was not just simply ringing and running.
And why is he being held with no bond on top of that?
Nah, bro, imagine you in your crib. We don't know what this man got going on, if he got any ops or anything. Like, I'm not gonna assume he has any ops or whatever, but you just don't know what's going on in that man's situation for him to hear banging at his door, garage, or whatever it may be. You gotta come and check on that with the fire, because you think someone trying to break in. They're trying to kick the door down. Like I read, I'm gonna read this to y'all in a second, that the report from the 911 phone call was that someone was trying to burglarize the home by kicking the door down, and the homeowner fired shots at the people that was trying to break in. That's how the phone call went. Hey, bro, free this man, though. Free this man. But let's get into some more details over here from the Washington Post. So this shit right here, dog. This is the dude that passed away. Michael Bosworth, all right? So it says someone called 911 to report a burglary in progress, but the sheriff's office said the person who made the emergency call reported a resident had fired shots after 3 people tried to kick down a door. Authorities did not publicly identify the caller. Out of the 3 kids, 1 wasn't injured, okay? He's the one that spoke with the detectives, and he showed them his cell phone and the videos that was in his phone from when they hit a house earlier, okay? Now, after that point, they asked for a warrant to search the teens' phones, all right? Now, after that warrant was put in, the next day, they arrested Butler. So who knows what was on that footage that made them arrest dude? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't care, bro. I don't care. Man, this man is in his own crib, chilling. And it's not like the Ralph Yarl situation, a young man that simply rang the wrong doorbell while trying to pick up his younger sibling. It wasn't simple like that, simply went to the wrong doorbell, rang it, and dude came out and blasted the young man. It wasn't that. These dudes made it sound like they were trying to kick down the door. Ralph is doing well, by the way, right now. He did survive that shooting, and he's doing well right now. And a guy, he got a plea deal, but I think he did pass away. I don't know. That plea for him was up to 7 years, okay? And this was in Missouri once again. Now, like I told y'all earlier, even MAGA is on the side of this dude. And I know it's black MAGA out there too, but sometimes y'all be cooning. Y'all be cooning, but in this situation, y'all ain't got to coon. It's okay, because even white MAGA is like, nah, the homeowner should be able to defend his home. So chill out on the coon shit. Now, some folks were acting a little.
Oh, and another thing too, y'all, get cameras in your house, man. Get cameras around your house. That's something I definitely suggest. That's the first time I didn't have them in my previous. Well, I'm getting them installed in my other house as well, my old one. But make sure y'all have cameras too, man. I got a couple up in my house. I plan on having every inch of the outside being watched at all times.
The weird at first because y'all know once they see a black man, they can't control themselves, all right? Dude says, does he think he'll get the $500K that Carmelo got? I ain't gonna lie. He needs a Gibson Go. He needs a Gibson Go, I ain't gonna lie. So they knocked on his door and ran, and then he opened the door and fired at them as they were running away. I'm all in favor of stand your ground, but if someone has taken nothing, isn't threatening you, and is actively trying to get away from you, and you still fire, that's not it. Oh look, another it's not a black community problem, am I right? Should I loot at Foot Locker for essential supplies now? That's how this works, right? Bruh, they was trying to crank on up, but when people read the actual situation, you had comments like this: watch how people somehow make this into a race thing. The black guy owns the home and lives in the neighborhood, and the white guys were trying to break in and lied, saying they were doing a prank. Now they may have been doing a prank, I don't know if they're lying, but that privilege though, that privilege would allow them to think that they can go ahead and do what they was doing with no type of consequences, because they ain't never experienced shit or had to worry about that risk, you know? I'm just saying, the neighborhood I come from, you ain't going around at 3 a.m. banging on nobody though. And I'm not expecting some shit to be flying back at your head.
Hell no. And I think he lives in Miami. I'm in Detroit and the goddamn point still stands. Lewis says a drunk guy came knocking at our patio door 4 a.m. and wouldn't leave. My guy told him, if you don't leave, you'll get shot. He left immediately. Stop disturbing people. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true. And this one I was wondering, Thanos, because I didn't have all the details. He's technically guilty. If you want to get away with it, you need to have him come in the house. So I'm assuming, because the only thing I could think was for him to be arrested and charged with no bond, he must have shot him in his back or something like that, or maybe he was running away, because if he got into his home, we shouldn't be talking about anything. But also, yeah, he shouldn't be in jail, but you know how they do us. Exactly.
At the chest. Exactly. However, something is going to happen to you. You going around banging on somebody's door at 3 a.m. You can't get the full story from one news article, but nothing good happens when you mess with people and their property at 3 a.m. Tragic case of FAFO. Trespassing on someone's property at 3 a.m. in the morning is never a good idea. Although playing ding dong ditch is usually a harmless game. To be honest, I played it myself when I was younger in the daytime.
Let me see. I'm sorry. Jack Meddy says this is so backwards. This sounds like the case where a black woman knocked on a white woman's door for calling her youngest daughter a slur, and when knocked on the door, the white woman shot her. I didn't even hear about that one, but we had one that happened here in Detroit, maybe almost 10 years ago, when a woman, it was a black woman, she went and knocked on the neighbor's, knocked on some guy's door, some white dude's door. I can't remember all the details, if she had gotten in an accident, or maybe if she was just drunk or whatever, had got lost or some shit. I can't remember those details, but I remember she knocked on his door trying to get some help, and he shot through the door with a shotgun, and he ended up going to jail. White dude ended up going to jail for that shit.
They said so they rang the doorbell and ran. How slow do they run if the homeowner had time to wake up and get his gun and get to the door? This person right here says, how is the homeowner supposed to know it was a prank?
Thanks for the tip.
Does Virginia have a stand your ground law? Okay, so in regards to that, it says Virginia does not have a specific stand your ground law, but it does have a no duty to retreat rule under circumstances. Essentially, if you are faced with a threat or imminent harm, you are not obligated to retreat before using force, including deadly force, to defend yourself, provided you did not provoke the attack. So once again, no duty to retreat. Virginia law does not require someone to retreat if they are not the initial aggressor and are facing a threat of imminent harm. But what may directly have to do with this situation is the castle doctrine. It says Virginia also has a castle doctrine, which means you have the right to use deadly force in defense of your home if you reasonably believe there is a threat of imminent death. So man, listen, this is going to go to a grand jury. They're going to have to decide if they're going to go ahead and go forward with this. I hope they say, no, we're not going to go through with this situation, you know, because this man was at home minding his business and these kids come at 3 a.m. and now he got to serve time in jail. Like, come on, man. I don't like that. I'm not rocking with that, dog. Free him, bro. Free Tyler Butler. If you guys want to support him, and I find information in the future about how to support him in this situation and his legal defense, I'll let you guys know. All right? Free that man, though. But y'all let me know what you have to say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, though.
Salute to you, bro. Thank you so much. Again, that's Yum Stacy, I believe this is his channel. If y'all want to subscribe to him, let me grab the super chats and we move on to the next clip. Let's see. Karma Girl says, I had my yard torn up. Check the doorbell camera. It was wild boars. Glad I had the cameras. Wild boars. Where you? Damn, Karma, I know you in Florida. Shit, were you in the sticks out there? Wild boars. That's crazy. Let me grab the super chats and we move on to the next clip. I don't think I've ever seen a wild boar like a wild boar. I've seen a pig at the farm. But salute to from downtown 296 with the $5 super chat. He says, if you knocked and ran, how does he have time to call 911? Get a pew-pew, run downstairs and pew-pew him. Something doesn't smell right. Yeah, man. Definitely need to release more of the details. What we know says she got into an accident, was confused and drunk. Dude shot through the door. Yeah, I couldn't remember those details. I couldn't remember if she got in an accident or she was just, I remember the drunk part, but I couldn't remember. But yeah, man, she walked up. This happened in Michigan. She walked up to an older white dude's home and he just shot through the door, bro. And then he ended up going to prison for that shit. He killed her too. Ended up, yeah, man. So that's one thing I know you can't just go clapping. Did y'all? It's another clip of out of New York, out of upstate New York, because I know it's not New York City, because it was like rural New York area where a Uber Eats or like a DoorDash or one of those delivery drivers was lost. I'm gonna get to the clip in 1 second. Let me grab these other super chats. He was lost and his cell phone had died. This happened recently, within the last week or two. His cell phone had died and he had only been in the country. He was like African or something, but he had only been in the country like a couple months. Only been in America a few months. And so his English wasn't great, but he rang the doorbell trying to get directions because again, his cell phone is dead. And the dude just starts shooting. Dude just start shooting, and then the guy runs off, and the guy comes out with his gun, just popping at him, and then he ended up shooting him once in the back. He got arrested for that shit, man. So it's crazy out here. From downtown, I totally see this guy's situation. You come banging at my door at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to kick it in. That's much different than somebody bringing your doorbell trying to ask for motherfucking directions, man. Let's see. I appreciate you from downtown. Let's see. Salute to NYG man with the $10 super chat. What you got, bro? Coop, VA isn't a stand your ground state. I conceal carry, and in VA, the person has to be inside your house and to be facing you when you shoot. They didn't get in the house enough. Okay, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, NYG man, and I totally get that as well, man. I'm not about killing motherfuckers from knocking on your door, bro. I told this story before. I had my last home that I lived in, I had a crackhead neighbor a few years ago who husband cut my grass, and I owed him a couple dollars to cut my grass. I was on square away. When I saw her, man, she came banging on my door, her crackhead ass, man, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, banging on my door, man. I went to my door, had my pistol on me, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I cussed her crackhead ass the fuck out. Don't be banging at my door at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning for no goddamn $25 that I said I would pay your man. Bitch, don't you ever do that shit. I was going the fuck off on that hoe. You know what I didn't do? Shoot the bitch. Didn't shoot the bitch. But you got PL Coop. Do you recall a 5-year-old boy getting shot by an Asian neighbor who shot the boy from inside his living room when the kid was on his lawn? I do remember that, PL. I vaguely remember that. Not all the details. He said it happened in Detroit. I don't remember. I remember some details behind that. The DoorDash driver was in upstate New York since big older. Yeah, exactly. Also, yeah, man, that makes sense, man. But it's just, oh man, I don't think you should be beating on a motherfucker's door at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning and all that kind of shit. Expect something good to happen, but also at the same time, it seems like per law you need to have them in your house. Yeah, salute to you, NYG man. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Let's see. Obi said she needed her fix. I was so goddamn mad. Bro. Because I was intended on paying the dude when I seen him. He wasn't pressed about the money. I wasn't pressed about the money. She was pressed about the money because she a goddamn crackhead.
Chocolate. This is doo-doo, baby.
Man, I was so mad. But my whole point is that I remember that story and it still angers me reciting it. But you know what I didn't do? Shoot the bitch. I didn't shoot her, bro. All right, let's move on to the next clip. Let's see here. And then I'll let you guys know, like I said, for Friday, I may be live streaming early Friday because I'm just a nice guy and I take care of random children. And my ex-wife's eldest son has a dentist appointment, so I might end up doing her a favor. T. Peter said she wanted Coop to dig her out. No, she did not.
Access denied.
That bitch looked like Skeletor, my nigga. She's 5'1". 5'1", 76 pounds of pure crack smoke and dirty muscles. All right, so let's move on, man. We got dash cam. Salute to the homie James Sampson. He was the one that sent this clip to me. Let me end this poll. Humiliation rituals. Do you believe it's a real thing? 90% of y'all say it's a real thing. Okay. We got a dash. I think we got burrito action on this one. Salute to James Sampson. He sent me this one. Entitled teen instantly regrets attacking no nonsense cop. Let's go.
Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
Dare do that. She did. She did.
Get
in the car.
On December 3rd, 2024 in Ohio,
Random
police
children,
responded
yes.
to a call about a broken TV that quickly escalated into chaos.
Hello, what's going on?
Oh, my mom's crazy. She threw a TV.
Where's the lights?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's dark in here. The colors don't help.
She threw your TV?
Yeah, that's mine.
How old are
That's
you?
mine. 19. That's my TV. It was $150. I like my money.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, and I was letting her borrow the TV because she broke the one that was out here.
So where was the TV? In your room?
The TV was in my room.
I was
didn't
letting
throw
her
it at
borrow
her,
it.
and she's not being honest.
She
Wait,
threw
hold
it
on,
across. She
hold
threw it
on.
across the room, though. So
Okay.
where were you aiming? My room's right there. I was standing right there. Where were you aiming at exactly then? And then when I
Okay,
was
stop
standing,
talking for a second. To start off with, if you let her use the TV, okay, and she breaks it, that's a civil issue. That's not a criminal issue, okay? So you can sue her for the cost of the TV. Now, did it get physical between the two of you?
She bit me. She tried to choke me up against the door. Yeah, you're lying, because you always lie. She tries to make the police
She's
think that
bipolar.
she's...
She's not taking her meds.
Okay.
You guys have came out here
I'm about-
multiple times.
I was about to
She
explain
smokes
all
weed and
this.
does mushrooms.
I know.
She's not taking
I
her
was about to
medicine.
explain.
You guys were out here a couple days ago. You can look in the file and see the record. This is consistent.
I was about to explain the rest of that. She's able to make the police believe that she's some victim
How
of
big was
abuse
the TV?
because I was a minor at the time and she was attacking me. The first time the police were ever
Why are you still here
called,
then?
I don't have anywhere else to go and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I just graduated in
Yeah,
May.
calling.
She pushed me through the last table that was here. It cracked.
Okay, I'm not here for the last table that was here. Okay? I'm here for what happened today.
There's multiple issues though, and you guys always think I'm the problem. Well, I'm on the lease, and she can get out. She needs to be arrested.
I pay for everything
She
here,
choked
sir,
me up
including
against the
her cell
door.
phone,
She
including the
assaulted
TV I
me.
smashed.
She tried to freaking pick up the angel statue and throw
What
it at me.
happened
She needs
is
to go
I
to
did
jail.
hit her, and it's frustrating dealing with a bipolar child on jail that spits in your face, bites you, attacks you. Every other day is something. So I'm in therapy. I do not have a
Who was your...
And real quick, one other thing that I've said before is stipulation when I do the dash cams is that I try not to. A lot of dash cams I've sent, I've watched them. So therefore, if I can determine something's mentally wrong with that person, like that person is actually mentally ill, I won't play those dash cams just because I've done it before and realize like, that's not really a good look because we do have a problem with mentally ill people we don't have any institutions for them, so therefore they just end up on the street and or jail. Long story short, the young lady is bipolar, but I thought I'll let this one ride. I didn't watch all of this clip though, but I thought I'll let this one ride. This one seems more than fair.
She bit me. She bit me. She bit me. It's just coming in.
Chelsea, you're on
But
it.
she bit me.
Where?
Here, she bit me. It's not really showing up now. She bit me. It's still coming in. It just happened, and then scratched me and everything else. I have
I'm
never
not
put my
scratching
hands
the
on her.
TV.
I've been my own property and
I don't
frustration.
even have
And
nails
even the
to
TV
touch.
she's talking about,
Everybody's
I paid
snitching.
for.
You did not pay for it, my
Stop
I
talking.
pay for everything
Both of
you
you need
want.
to stop talking to each other. I'm walking out, and you can deal with each other. We're gonna act like grown-ups for a second. Okay, this is the deal. You guys are grown-ups who live together. I know this is your child, and I know she may have mental disabilities. But unless you're...
She's a liar.
Disrespect's not against the law.
On glass from the TV she broke and decided she was going to call the police and ran to her room and locked the door.
You're the only one who called the police.
I didn't call the police.
I called the police because she threatened to call the police first, but she choked me up against the door.
Did you choke her up against the door?
No.
She tries to lie every time. She lies to the police. She's a
I damaged my
liar.
own property in frustration.
She damages everything.
Okay, so listen, can I talk for a second, or am I just leaving?
They got holes in the walls.
Okay, you guys are adults. I know it may be difficult dealing with each other, but you have to get along. If it gets physical, one or both of you are going to get going to jail.
She hit me in the face with a door stick and no one arrested her last week.
Okay, that's last week.
I literally still have the mark on my nose.
Move out.
No one arrested
Move
her.
out. Be an adult.
Police are useless.
So are kids who live at home that are supposed to be adults.
Well, I just
You're
wanted to
useless.
say you're
Useless.
You're useless.
Do something with your life.
Yeah, go. You
Instead
can
of...
actually leave. I should have never called you. You were a waste of time. Thank you.
Okay, have a nice day.
This cop, you rarely see the cops talking shit back to the other people.
I will not. I hope you have the worst day.
And that's mild.
Go f yourself, you dumb.
You guys gotta. I mean, you've been dealing with her for 19 years, so.
She wasn't always. She just got diagnosed like a year and a half ago.
No, I hate you because you're a bad mother who gives all the money and all the attention to your retarded son. Please
Her
go
twin
somewhere.
brother is autistic and he's in an autism boarding school in Boston. I visit once a month and make sure he's okay. Cognitively, he has the brain of a 7-year-old. She's very evil.
And she's mad.
Damn, she just called her. Damn, she called her autistic twin brother retarded. Damn.
Because I told her to get her own boy.
I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Oh, I can
Why are you
tell
still here?
I can tell you now. Oh, since she wants to run her mouth. She's mad because I said he can get his own bowl and porridge because I don't want him to receive any money from my father. Because I don't anymore.
You sound like a 7-year-old. You sound like a whiny 7-year-old.
Well, he doesn't have a relationship with my dad, so why does he need any money?
Why do you need money? Get your own job. Get your own money. What's the matter with you? Do you not hear yourself? Do you not understand what the real world is like?
I've applied for multiple jobs. Yes, I understand
Keep
what the
doing
real
it.
world is like.
Keep
I worked
doing
for
it.
3 years. I know what the real world is
Oh.
fucking like. I don't need it from a white man. Please tell me
3
again.
years.
Please tell me again. Please tell me. This is unemployed too. Please tell me. Please tell me something again.
You guys live here.
He can get his own money. He's really sitting on his ass in the classroom all day.
She's worried about her autistic brother getting money from her dad.
Negative. He has the brain of a 7-year-old. He's in an autism boarding school in Boston. I visit him once a month, and she has issues about it. She's bipolar. She's not taking her medicine. She's going to weed and mushrooms, and she.
That's not what happened. I told her that she needs to get home.
You think you want to go to the hospital? I wish that they would get her.
Go f yourself, actually.
Like they told me I can go and evict her, but that would take 30 days, and she'd probably make my life hell for 30 days. My parents, her dad, nobody, everybody says she can't.
Top pro says this cop is over it with her. Yeah, bro. She sound like this guy. He ain't taking no shit. You rarely hear him. The police mostly just ignore all comments towards them, like 90+%. But no, he throwing it right back at her. Like, get his job. Get your grown ass out of her house then. You broke bitch.
Yet still, I get treated the worst, and I'm the only one. They just throw money at her. Apple pay her money whatever she asks for, but they don't want anything. Now,
She called.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And now she's mad because she's not doing what she wants to do.
Okay.
If she comes in your room, call.
No one's going in her
You can't
retarded
go in her
ass
room, you
room.
know that,
She's
right?
I've never
lied
been
to
in
her
her
with the f***ing door stick. She needs the f***ing mentally ill one.
All right,
thanks for the tip.
Do you need anything else?
Go somewhere who believe the ass
I wish
I'll do
I
a
could
report for
take
you guys.
her,
Would
but
you like the report number?
yes.
Yeah, I hope you get
Which one?
all of you actually.
Can't remember. I'm sorry you have to deal with this. I know it's not easy. I know there's good days and bad days.
Get the f out, actually. Get the f out. All of y'all. Out now. My house, remember, get the f out. I called you, you did nothing. Get out.
Listen. We don't listen to you, okay?
We don't listen to you.
I don't give a f. Get out.
Dark complected,
Are you good?
dark hair, black hair,
Yeah, Oompa Loompa, go
wearing
somewhere.
a
Get
light
out.
blue hoodie.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Yeah,
good
go
for
save the
you.
world.
And how was it?
Get out.
And do we know when she landed?
Toodaloo, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
So they gone. So it's over with right now. I mean, they went ahead and left because they wasn't really getting anywhere. Let's see. Salute to Tom Etheridge. What's going on, Tom? He says, not a man in sight.
Goddamn right.
It never is, Tom. It never is, bro. Salute to you for the $2 super chat. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Cujo back in the super chat. What you got, man? Talk black to me. He says, cop is on her ass. He's not for the BS. That's what I'm saying, Cujo. He like, get your dusty ass out your mama house in if it's that bad. Then talking about her autistic twin brother, calling him a retard. And she up here talking about autism, man. She need to be focused on her education. That's all I'm gonna say.
You need to be trying to get an education because your looks ain't gonna get you paid. Because you're not that cute. And your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
Karma Girl says, by the way, not Florida. Is it not Florida, Karma Girl? You sure? I wouldn't say that with so much confidence. Let's see. Appreciate you, Cujo. Salute to Quinnell Williams with the $10 super chat. What you got, Quinnell? My donations to Do Better Ministries. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Quinnell. I could use all the super chats because, just personal things. I don't like to overshare too much when I'm on the internet, but I'm
broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for these $10. We moving, man.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Lazy Bone taking all my money, Quinnell. I can use the donations.
Man, what's wrong? What's wrong?
She just attacked me!
What do you mean she just attacked you?
She just choked me and attacked me as soon as you guys left. I had no shoes on. I ran out the house. She was choking me.
Okay, ma'am. Hop in the car so you can get warm. Pop in the car so you can be warm. Go ahead.
She just bit me again. She attacked me. I was screaming help as soon as you guys left. She attacked me.
I'll reroute you back over.
She was choking and punching me. I just ran.
Okay.
I can't do this anymore. I can't. As soon as y'all left, she slammed the door. I tried to shut my bedroom door. She, like, you fucking took your side and she just started.
Do you have a key to your house?
Why am I laughing at her? Leroy, yeah. She did all that hollering. She did all that tough talk. Now she hollering outside.
Just ran with nothing on. I just ran to the door.
Appreciate you, Quinnell.
Go get my stuff.
I see a bite mark now. I couldn't see it before, but I see a new one.
She's crazy.
The streets.
What's setting her off exactly?
She's bipolar. She's supposed to be on her meds.
So she's not taking meds?
She's not taking them. She's doing mushrooms and weed and everything else.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm going to go pull over closer to your house, okay?
I know we're still on for wagon. Were you able to find a...
We're going to go 13 this girl. She just attacked her mom. Now she got bite marks and scratches on her, so... I'm going to pull off first here.
Okay, yeah, we're still waiting on the wagon at the jail.
The streets. I'm a bitch from the streets.
I haven't watched this part yet.
Car 14.
Open the door.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Don't.
Yeah, I know. Get the.
Come on.
If you can meet up with Tony at 1700 Malaysia, please need to print out for arrest charges.
Yeah,
for the tip. Dakota, open the door, man.
No, I don't want to speak to your white trifling asses. I don't want to talk to any of you.
What?
You didn't help me the first time. I don't want to talk to you.
Well, we can't help you through a closed door.
You know,
I got your mom in the back
to
of the car.
Thanks for the tip. Come on, my mom.
You have to sign the charges.
For what?
To arrest her for domestic.
I know this is not what that's about.
What do you think
you.
She ain't going for that shit. Did y'all see the cop? Did y'all see the cops try to pull one on her? She was not going for that shit.
Get the away from me.
What do you think it's about?
Me screaming in her face, and when I tried to pull open the door because my phone got stuck in it, and she started pulling my hair because she thought I was after her, when really I was just after my phone.
Okay, well, open the door so we can talk.
No!
Why?
You, no! I hate the police, I hate y'all. Get the away from me or send out new cars. Get the off my door, man.
Big Goldie says race train coming. She already called him. She already said y'all white ass. She already called him a couple.
Don't want to talk to you. I don't have to. No. You were disrespectful enough. No.
Okay.
Y'all
Well,
see,
guess
y'all
what?
caught that,
You're under
bro?
arrest. We're coming in there to get you, one way or the other. Okay?
What the no. This. No. I'm having someone come get me this. No.
Okay. Who are you gonna have to get you?
When I
Off my
start
door.
selling pussy,
Get the away from me. Get the away from me, bro.
No.
BY says, who ran to the car? Now I'm so confused. That was her mom. So they were in there talking to her mom and the daughter just a few minutes ago. They couldn't really take any actions because it's her word against hers. They didn't really go anywhere. The bipolar daughter kicked her out the house, and then apparently, soon as she kicked her out of the house, she started biting her mother. She went meow meow meow, started biting her mom. So her mom came out screaming like a banshee in the back of the police car. So now here we are, the police trying to arrest her for it.
I brought her phone out because my brother was calling. What the is wrong with you, man?
Okay, listen, we're gonna kick this door. We're gonna kick right through it. Go. Go. Yep.
I didn't even do anything with it. Get the
It almost hit you.
Get the you're making me say, get the
I got her right arm. Can I go with it?
Stop kicking.
Yeah, your fat ass shouldn't even be on the floor. Get the
Streets. I'm a bitch from that.
Yeah, you couldn't let me get upright. Look at my phone, it was already cracked. I just wanted my phone, man. I just wanted my phone.
Too late for that.
Like, what the I hope you I can't get shoes.
Not right now.
What the Let me go.
Not gonna happen.
Let me the go.
Stop.
I hope you Stop.
Stand your big ass up.
No, get the off. No. No. You. No, you dumbass. I hate you. I was you.
Kids are watch your mouth.
You stupid.
Don't you dare do that. She did. She did.
God damn.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car.
She got funny boy.
Get in the car. Stop kicking. Close that door.
Jessica says, I have a cousin like this. I legit feel bad for people who have like family members with like mental disorders, bipolar and things like that. But this chick here, I don't know. I think she all up there because the police tried to lie to her to get her to come out the house. And she was like, hell no, y'all not knocking on my door for that shit. So she's definitely aware, but I do feel bad for people who have to deal with bipolar and things like that. But we got action.
I just want my grandma. I just want my grandma.
Yeah, she said the brother's in Boston.
Get the I just want to go home. I just want to go home. What the What the What the You f***ing You choked me. You f***ing
Terrible.
Let me out. Let me go. Let me go.
The streets.
Let me go. What am I even being arrested for?
Domestic violence.
I didn't do anything.
Stop it. Get some help.
Let me go. She choked me.
Okay. We're being arrested for domestic violence.
She hurt me. What the f***? This can't even help me ever.
So your sign came off, and then
We did all right.
okay. We had it open. We just couldn't
That's okay.
Okay, that'll be in the
Thank
report
you.
though.
Okay, so you're taking her?
Am I the only one? Y'all thought Mama was being a bit dramatic, but she want her ass out of her house.
Did she try to attack you too? Huh? Try to attack you too?
Oh yeah.
Let me see if my phone. Did she take my phone?
I don't know. She doesn't have anything with her, so.
Alright, copy.
Am I spending the night in jail?
Probably.
What? I was supposed to go to practice.
Y'all making her miss band practice.
One foot's on my side, one foot's on that side. Hey,
What?
can I see your
I'm
feet?
innocent. Why?
Because I gotta put this on you. Okay?
If I'm nice about it, can I talk to my aunt? I didn't even do anything. I was supposed to go to Army Marine practice today. That's all I wanted.
Okay, that's not what happened, okay?
She was mean to me and she threw a TV at me. All I wanted was repercussions for what she's been doing. I have a new bruise on my nose. She's been hurting me for the past week.
Can you put me out at North High School?
There's a lot going on in this house, okay? But the last thing that happened was you attacked her, you bit her,
No,
you scratched her.
that's not what happened.
And then you spit on one of us. And then you kicked us.
Because you guys weren't listening. You guys didn't listen at all.
We did listen
I'm
the first
innocent.
time. Your
You
side is going in the
didn't.
report. I can't arrest something based on
She
just you
literally-
two have different stories.
If you saw my phone, it's on the floor. She cracked it, and all I wanted was my phone from the door. I was yelling at her. I
You
didn't
said it was
touch
cracked
her.
before, even when we were here.
No.
You can-
What happened was, and you can put the cuffs back on too, if you would be nice about it. If you would be nice about it. All I wanted to do was talk to my aunt. That's all I want. I called her 5 times before you guys even showed up. All I wanted was to leave the house.
Hold up, hold up. I just caught that. Hold up.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
She has her voice is hilarious. Y'all see that? She just slipped right out the cuffs. I didn't even notice that. We gotta rewind that back.
You can see though, right? I'm legally blind. I can see barely, but
She slipped right out of those cuffs. Hold on, what did she say?
Something based on
She
just you
literally-
two have different stories.
If you saw my phone, it's on the floor. She cracked it, and all I wanted was my phone from the door. I was yelling at her. I
You
didn't
said it was
touch
cracked
her.
before, even when we were here.
No. What happened was, and you can put the cuffs back on too, if you would be nice about it. If you would be nice about it. All I wanted to do was talk to my aunt. That's all I want.
Thanks for the
I
tip.
called her 5 times before you guys even showed up. All I wanted was to leave the house. That's all I wanted. I didn't want to be with my mom anymore.
Barely.
You didn't want to be in the house, but you could have left the house.
I couldn't. I didn't have a car. I don't have a license.
Thanks for the
I've
tip.
been working on all those things. I go to driver's ed. I'm in Army Marine class. That's my
Where do you
new.
go to Army Marine class?
On the Army place, I've been training in the workout classes 2 times a week. Okay. I was gonna hand you the. Okay.
Come on, put your hands behind your back.
It's not that
Put your feet up here,
serious.
okay?
Oh,
Just put your feet
God.
up here for me.
It's not that serious. All I wanted to do was go to practice. I'm not mean. I'm not.
And bro, she took those cuffs off like it was nothing. If you guys can get some act right, I even put the cuffs back on. Like, goddamn Houdini.
All I wanted to do was go to practice. My phone got stuck in the doorway because she closed it while I was yelling at her. All I was doing was pulling my phone, and she started freaking out and screaming. And she pulled my hair and she ran after the door and said, "Help, help me, help." And she thought I was gonna attack her, but all I wanted was my phone from the door.
I understand, and I appreciate you telling me that. And that's
Can I come in, Austin?
No.
Austin,
No.
you're charging me with domestic violence for something I didn't do.
Well, you're also getting charged with something else. I can't remember what it's called now. Because there you go.
I've already had that before, okay? I don't care about that. I care about the fact
She
you
actually
charged me
did.
with DV and I didn't do anything.
You bit her. I can see her teeth marks in her
She
arm.
choked me against the door. All I wanted was
The second time?
No, I didn't bite her the second time. There
The
was
bite
only
marks
one-
were on the second time. I didn't see anything the first
There was
time.
only one bite mark. It must have showed up just then. There's only
No,
one
because where
bite.
she was pointing is way down here, and it showed up way up here with some scratches.
I bit her right there and scratched her right there because she started choking me up against the door and pulling my hair. This was the second time around.
Can I come in, Austin? Austin, don't show
Why did you
them.
try and go in her door? I could charge you with burglary for
All I
that.
wanted was my phone. My phone was stuck.
You shouldn't have put your phone anywhere near her door.
What the heck? This isn't much, really?
Lay down.
What the heck? All I want to do is talk to my aunt. I called her to pick me up. I didn't even want to deal with the police. All I wanted was my aunt. This is ridiculous. I didn't even fucking touch her.
Oh man, it's 12 p.m. Eastern time, right at noon. And I tell you guys this. Now I know what I'm having for lunch. God damn it! Why are my drops? What is going on here? Oh, my drops not working right. Jesus, I'm a terrible streamer.
Can I talk to my aunt now?
Please go underneath her arms.
Oh my God, I don't care. Can I talk to my aunt? Yes or no?
Yes, I'll get her over here as soon
I
as we
don't
get
care about this. Get her.
I'll roll her over and sit her up.
You ever told me to DV when she damaged all of my property and I have evidence of it?
Did the cuffs go in here?
This is ridiculous.
You can use them to secure the cuffs.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
Better now?
You know you look good to me.
You f***ing asshole.
I don't know why that's happening.
Yeah, get my aunt!
Listen, we're not going to do anything if you...
Literally, you're charging me with DV when I didn't do anything. The least you could do is get my aunt!
All right, back up in. Yep. Helmet. This is for your safety.
I've had one of these done. I'm not
She's had one of these things done. She's had one of these things done. This is not her first rodeo, first time getting a burrito wrap.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. You know you look good to me. Oh, that's good.
Ooh, give me some hot sauce, baby.
Listen, then you know that we have to do this to cover our back. Yeah.
For the last f***ing time!
Stand your big ass up.
Yes, accurate.
Good?
Yes! I want my aunt!
Alright, thank you.
What?
I still don't see my aunt!
I'm just saying that would show her psychiatric
Oh, we
mental
got it.
health. She's 19.
Yeah, we got
Oh, you
it.
can
We-
tell she wasn't.
We got enough of that, yeah.
It's terrible. She
Yeah.
didn't get diagnosed till 18 and a half, so I thought I at least had one typical child. I tried to.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. You know, it's just hopefully, you know, we can get her some help on our end. You
What
know,
are they going to put her in a psychiatric hospital?
that's totally up to the judge, and that's up to them.
You
We can
look-
recommend
you
like
look
mental health
inside,
court and
she
stuff.
went to Belfair. I tried to get. She went to Belfair.
Thanks for the tip.
They expunged and erased all her record. I was trying to give her a fresh start. And what is she? She was doing the therapy, taking meds, and then she stopped. And she's 19, and I can't force it. And then what does she do?
On a serious note, that does have to be shitty for her. What she said, because y'all notice what she said. I was hoping to have one normal child because her daughter got diagnosed with bipolarism at 18, and then she said her other child has autism and has like the mind of like a 7-year-old. So that I do kind of feel bad for her because that's kind of shitty.
So that's going to be on a record now, getting arrested.
and
she was just about to go to the Marines. She was doing the workout classes with Officer Metz every Tuesday and Thursday. And just to think, she called you guys.
Right.
I've been getting beaten up, sparing her, and then it's,
It's yeah, it's just.
Yeah, so
but
she
I mean,
definitely wouldn't be able to go to the military now, would she? Probably not.
If any of the charges, if she's convicted, then no. I'm a veteran myself, so they wouldn't.
Yeah, she messed
It's a
that up.
it's a felony charge she's looking at, so.
Yeah.
I have tiny wrists and I'm double jointed in my hands. And my thumbs and my pinky and my middle index finger.
Jessica says, Mama cool as a cucumber now. Yeah, I think she was putting on a little bit. She wanted to get her daughter out of the house, man. But I guess I can't really blame her if her daughter's a nuisance like that. Let me grab a super chat from downtown. It's the daughter's apartment. Mama should move out. And that's what I wanted to see. Whose name is on the lease? Because they both pointing at each other like...
You ain't got no job, man.
They both pointing at each other saying each other ain't got no job. But the daughter said her name was on the lease. What if her name is on the lease and her mama got her tossed out? That'd make it even funnier. Salute to you from downtown. Project Leroy says, Mama got her ass beat by her daughter. Ain't no way. Yeah. She came came screaming to the goddamn police, Project Leroy. With the Kim Ward. What you got, bro? What up, squad and Coop? What did I stumble upon? A burrito, Mr. Ward. Perfect times. Burrito time, man. Grab a plate. Look at Cujo with the $5 super chat. Shrooms got her hallucinating. She looked at her mom. She turned into a steaming rotisserie chicken. Bit the fuck out of her. Salute to you, Cujo. Jay Gray says, this bum Keisha sound like Mickey Mouse crying. Her voice is crazy, bro. She definitely has a distinct voice. From Downtown says, Houdini escaped all those traps just to die from a gut punch. Is that true? That's crazy. Salute to Jay Gray. Try our new bum Keisha rap for $2.99 at Taco Bell. Let's get back to it.
Can I at least know, are my charges serious?
What'd you say?
Are they serious offenses?
Yep.
Am I going to get more than 1 day for this?
So we'll have to talk to a judge tomorrow. Yeah, that's not up to us. That's gonna be up to the judge.
I'm talking about right now. Do I have to stay the night here?
Yeah. Yes, yeah, I have to stay the night tonight.
Ridiculous. She should be the one arrested right now.
Okay, we're gonna pull you out here.
Let's see. DeMarco says, imagine this psycho in the military barracks. Yeah, bro. But you know what's crazy? You know what's even crazier than that, DeMarco? I've seen people in the military way crazier than this chick.
What the seat? Unless one
Thanks for the tip.
Sorry about that. Next time I'll hit the gym.
Next time you'll what?
Next time I'll do more work at the gym. I've been slacking.
What is she talking about?
The woman was arrested and charged with domestic violence and harassment by inmate. If she's convicted, what do you think the punishment should be? Drop your opinion in the comments and hit like and subscribe for more videos.
There you have it. Let's see here. Let me grab the super chats. Yeah, man. Ronnie sees the more space from her mother, the more sane she becomes. Yeah. And you know, on top of it, that's a good point, Arodis E. I wouldn't be surprised if mom not as innocent in this as she portrayed herself to be. Daughter definitely have some issues, but I'm sure mom probably played a hand in this too. I don't believe she's as innocent, like I said, yeah. So to James Sampson, he was the one who sent me this particular dash cam with the rap on it. The mom got a Pound Town appointment. That's why she wanted her out of the house. Okay, that's definitely a possibility, man. That's definitely a possibility. Salute to you, James. Salute to Mr. Jersey Worthy. Channel member for 17 months. Talk black to me, man. What you got? She has a voice like that motherfucker is not real, lady. Man, yeah. I think you are correct. Let's check the footage to make sure.
And everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Bye. Vanessa Paramore says, I would never allow my daughter to put her hands on me. Yeah. Oh, man. I shouldn't say this. About 2 months ago, my ex-wife's oldest sons thought he was gonna put hands on me.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Me and my ex-wife's oldest son, I almost killed this nigga like 2 months ago. I didn't even share it for the podcast. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear y'all ninjas mouth. I probably won't tell all the story now. But yeah, my ex-wife, oldest child, which may or not be my son. I pick and choose when I want to claim him. He thought he'd man up on me that day. And yeah, it didn't work well for him. But yeah, it happens, man. You can't let your goddamn children bully you, bro. Like, what is going on here? Salute to Mr. Jersey Worthy. Let's see. Salute to Chad Harvey with the $5 super chat. She's best friends with this white girl. Oh, man, I'm Austin somewhere in witness protection, bro.
Can I come in, Austin?
No.
Austin. Austin, don't show them. Austin. Your son, Austin, don't show them. Austin, no. Austin, no. Austin, he's smiling. Austin.
Just calm down,
Austin.
Tanya.
Austin, they're smiling.
fucking let me in. Austin, Austin, you're out. Austin, you have to save me. Open the door, Austin. I can't see you.
There we go. Let's see. Did the same thing. Coop, my 19-year-old thought he was tough. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm trying to think what happened, bro. This just happened like 2 months ago. Appreciate you, Chad Harvey, for the $5 super chat.
Thanks for the tip.
Let me grab this other super chat and I'll tell you how the story. What you got, AYG, man? Coop, you slipping. She also attacked another prisoner. Rewind it back, bro. Oh, man, did she? You right. I am slipping. I didn't see that. She attacked another prisoner?
Punishment should be.
I'm slipping, NYG, man. I missed that. She attacked another prisoner?
Sorry about that. Next time I'll hit the gym.
Next time you'll what?
Next time I'll do more work at the gym. I've been slacking.
It's all right.
The woman was arrested and charged with domestic violence and harassment by inmate. If she's convicted, what do you think the punishment should be? Drop your opinion in the comments and hit like and subscribe for more videos.
I don't know.
Thanks for the tip.
Let's see. I don't know, NYG, man. Maybe she did maybe after that. I wasn't sure. They didn't. I must have missed that part, man.
Next time you'll what?
Next time I'll do more work at the gym.
Y'all let me know where I need to rewind it back to, because I didn't miss. Well, they didn't say it at the end. Maybe let me know where I missed that at. So the Quiet Storm. She said Austin 233 times in that dash cam. Man, that was one of the best ones. If y'all missed that, man, y'all missed that one, bro. Austin, that lady was goddamn nuts. I'll tell you, Austin, Quiet Storm, Austin should be in the witness protection program right now. And I'm telling you, if Austin let that chick back in his life, he deserves anything he gets after that shit, man. Anything he gets. Let's see. Marcus says every father gives his son, you are my son, ass kicking at about 15 to 16. Yeah, the freeze frame says Uncle Diggity. They said it's not showing it. Cool. Okay, my bad. Well, yeah, I must have missed out on that. Yeah, man. Me and my father almost threw hands when I was about 19 or so. Yeah, so it happened. We didn't get into it, but yeah, me and my father, we had our moment. And then me and my ex-wife, oldest child, had ours about 2 months ago. I'll leave you said the freeze frame is thumbnail worthy. I'll leave it like that while I tell the story. So if y'all know me, y'all know that my ex-wife, oldest son, he has autism, right? And what happened was my son lives, he's over there with his mom. How can I put this? I'll go over there to go get my son, and he'll just tell me something like, I'll go pick him up, and he's like, Dad, am I coming back? You're going to drop me off Sunday so I can go to school Monday? I'm like, yeah. But then he'll get real close to my face, and ask me again and damn near yell in my ear, are you going to bring me back Sunday so I can go to school Monday? And I'm like, nigga, shut up. I'm like, I heard you the first time. Yes. Okay. So it was one of them deals. And then I also had to explain something else. My son just turned, not 18, he'll be 19 this year. Coop be putting hands on folks, father knows best. No, I don't, bro. Look. And then my son also turned 18, he'll be 19 this year. And again, my son has autism. So my son has this thing, bro. My ex-wife, oldest son as well. That's why I call it Jersey Worthy. My son has this thing with, somehow, it's not me, don't blame me for this shit, but ever since he turned, he doesn't want to be older. Like, he understands he's 17, he turned 18, and now he's an adult. So, like, he doesn't like anything that comes with that. Like, his facial hair is growing in. He don't want to hear that shit. Like, you point out to him, like, his facial hair, he's like, I don't have a beard. Like, you got some in your beard. I don't have a beard. I don't have a beard. Like, he doesn't want to be a grown man, if that makes any sense. It's something that he's developed on his own psyche. I don't want to be a grown man. I want to be a big boy. Like, he wants to remain a child, pretty much. I don't know if he has these expectations that he's garnered, created in his head, like, more is going to be expected of me. I don't know. But anyway, I go to pick up my son, and he says, yeah, that's what it was. I was messing with him. I was talking to his mom, but I was messing with him. And I'm like, we we gonna go to the barbershop and, they can cut your beard, whatever. No, I don't have a beard. I don't have a beard. And then he said that a couple times, and then he got in my face. But like I said, he get in my face at his mom's house all the time, not in the intimidating, threatening way. Just him being like, him repeating himself against me. And I always do this. Get out of my face. Back up, bro. You don't have to be nose to nose to tell me something. But he kept saying, I don't have a beard. I don't have a beard. And then he got right up in my face. And I'm like, bro, back up. Okay, you don't have a beard. Okay, that's cool. But then he grabbed me. He put his arms on my shoulder. He's a little shorter than me. I'm 6 foot. My son's like 5'10". He put his hands on my shoulder and says, I don't have a beard, and got like nose to nose with me. And then I grabbed him. I said, dude, what the hell is wrong with you, man? And then here's when shit went to a different level. I grabbed him and he went to raise his knee. He went to raise his knee like he was going to knee me in the balls. I was like, bro.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
So he got his hand on my shoulders. I got my hand around his goddamn neck. And he went to raise his knee like he was going to kick me in the balls.
Thanks for the tip.
Man, I slammed this nigga against the wall so goddamn hard. I slammed him against the wall, then he like snapped out of that shit. So that was it, man. Then he spent the entire weekend apologizing. But it's something about, my son's always kind of been like that. Like when we're at his mom's house, he's a little bit more brave. We get to my house, ain't none of that shit popping off. So little Coop was about to slam Big Coop. Shit, nigga, shit. That's in your goddamn dreams and his dreams, nigga. Hell no. But no, that's what it was, man. He got in my face. And I thought he was just playing, like, because I was messing with him about having a beard. I was teasing with him. But he got my face like, I don't have a beard. And I'm like, all right, man, cool. But then he grabbed my shoulders, and I'm like, oh, he ain't playing. And then I grabbed his, but he went to raise his knee. That's what I was tripping on. He went to raise his knee like he was going to knee me in the balls. That's when I threw his ass against the goddamn wall, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then he kind of snapped out of whatever that bullshit was. And then he spent the entire weekend apologizing to me, bro. The entire weekend, like, Daddy, I'm so sorry. I'm like, all right, man, we good. We gotta let that shit go. And the entire weekend, I'm so sorry what I did, Daddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm like, we good, man. We good. But yeah, I kind of think that does happen with like all boys and their fathers. So yeah, man, that was it. Yeah, you are the child here. Yeah. That's how Top Pro said, that's how boys be at their mom's house though. I don't know what it is, they be tripping. Yeah, like my son never really took it to like extreme, but I noticed that years ago. He would be a little bit more, have his chest out a little bit more at his mom's house than at my house. But yeah, I ain't even give a damn about him even grabbing my shoulders. It's when he went to raise his knee like he was gonna kick me in the balls. I said, no mas.
Access denied.
I said, no sir, we can't be having that. But yeah, he spent the rest of the weekend apologizing, man. Salute to you, Quiet Storm, for the Austin count. Let's see. G-Rap says, Coop, I'd fight you too if I came in the kitchen and you was cooking breakfast butt naked, drinking all the, what are you talking about? This baby boy, what is you talking about? Salute to you, G-Rap. You got me thinking about another story. That, I can tell. It ain't no big deal. I'm not going to tell it today. Salute to you, G-Rap. Salute from downtown. I got a homeboy named Bobby that does that, Coop. We call him a close talker. But like I said, my son got an excuse for having autism. He's like, I go pick him up. Hey, man, you gonna drop me back off Sunday? He asks me this shit every weekend. I pick him up on Friday. As soon as I see him, you gonna drop me off Sunday so I can go to school Monday? I'm like, yeah. So he's like, okay. And then he'll come this close to me and ask me again. And I'm like, back up. I, put a finger on his forehead, like, back up, Ninja. You already asked me that. Asked me from across the room. But this particular day, he got froggy, and I said leap, and he did not leap.
Access denied.
Better outcome for all of us. I only beat up on my autistic son. It's not a good look. It's funny, not a good look. But this comment right here, I ain't gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. I can keep some of my business to myself. CT says, man, fathers getting it in with their sons that tell us all the time. Yeah, bro. And I wasn't expecting that, but it happens, man. It's a part of life. I wasn't expecting it from my son because my son's like not aggressive like that. Like that's not his temperament. But it happens, bro. Like I said, I remember the time that I almost got into it with my father. I remember I was drinking a beer on his porch. I lived up. He owned a 2-family flat. I lived upstairs. He lived downstairs. I was 19, not really paying my rent like that, and I was drinking a beer. And my pops walked. I was drinking a beer like on the porch, but I was like 19, and I wasn't old enough. And my pops see me. He was like, "Nigga, you drinking a beer? Like, what the fuck?" Like, he had never seen that before. And yeah, we had some words, man. We had some words, but luckily we didn't get to fisticuffs. But yeah, man, it happens, bro. Let's see. I think that's it, man. I'm not telling that story. I can save that story for another day. I appreciate everybody rocking with your boy today. Make sure I didn't miss any more super chats or cash apps. And then salute to our show sponsor from downtown 296. Let's see. Salute to Akil. Akil with the $10 cash app for crazy as a bed bug. Salute to you, Akil, the real deal, for the $10 cash app. Appreciate you, bro, right here.
Straight cash, homie.
But yeah, man, we'll be back at it on Friday, good people. Like I said, Friday, I may have to stream earlier on Friday. I may have to, so it might be an 8 a.m. stream on Friday because I got to go do something afterwards. So probably be 8 a.m. Jay Gray says, if I had a son to challenge me, something coming out the truck. Let's see. Let's see. FM says, getting slammed by your dad is a rite of passage. Good work, cool. Oh yeah, salute to you, bro. I didn't really expect it. It kind of escalated out of nowhere, but cooler heads prevailed, man. Cooler heads prevailed. I don't want to get a lawsuit 20 years from now, beating up on special needs people. But we'll be back at it Friday, good people. Like I said, maybe 8 a.m. Maybe 8 a.m. on Friday. That's probably what it's going to be. So the stream will be a little bit earlier on Friday. And then salute to our show sponsor from downtown 296. I need you guys to do two things. Salute to G Honda, International Quiet Storm, Project Leroy, Poolman 313, DeMarco 23, my moderators, my officers amongst the ranks. Salute to Alexander X, and also salute to the replay gang, man. I need you guys to do two things for me. First thing's easy. Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
God damn it. Sandra Robinson, Bryce Smith, Marlon Moore, Team Peterson, Carmagale. Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. Last thing I need you guys to do, fall out. Typro says, man, my uncle threw my cousin through his living room wall and brought him ice cream after he was 26. Jesus. Jesus. Partly says, no, Coop, you taught him respect. Oh, yeah, no, bro. I know I did the right thing, man. But one thing I've always said, too, about just discipline either is this, especially when you have boys, is that you build that respect for their mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, my main thing is, you gonna respect me, but I want to make sure you respect your mom and listen to your mom at all times and not under only like threats of violence. Like, that's my main thing. I want him to respect his mother and do the things that his mother tell him to do. And he get that respect from knowing I'm going to be behind his mom if she ever need to call me for that situation, man. But do better, squad. Fall out. CDT Beats. Take us home, cuz.
Welcome to Death Row.
Let's see. So we talking like 8 a.m. Eastern time. So what's that, 5 for y'all on the West Coast?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Just join the stream when y'all wake up, man.
Welcome to Death Row.
Salute to Janesta. Salute, love, Coop, and everyone. Thank you. Thank you, respect. Salute to you, Janesta. Appreciate your time. Oh, I appreciate you, Allure.
Do not tase me.
What it do, baby?
Do not tase me.
Because I know.
Hold my hand.
What?
Hold my fucking hand.
Why?
I gotta piss.